The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
World premiere.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, a Horrible Gamers podcast, show number 317, being recorded on August the 8th, 2020. I am one of your hosts, Jesus Gunny, also known as Jesus Walks Out. Today, I'm joined by my friend from the West Coast, the best coast, protesting and everything, Gunny Chief, Henley Merrill. Welcome back, Henley. Welcome.
We hate everything. We don't like anything in California. How are you, bud? How is it going?
I'm doing mighty fine, partner. How you doing?
Good. Doing great.
In the Wild Wild West.
Yeehaw. Okay.
And from Little Ohio, living his best life, the Mayo, Steve Willier is back. Welcome, Steve. Welcome, Mayo.
Hey, what's up, Jesus?
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Doing mighty fine. How you doing, sir?
Good. Now that I got my house back.
Yeah, nice.
I wrestled away from Eric since I last talked to you. You know,
Yeah.
I had a fight him,
and
send
then
him
you
back.
took podcasting rights away from Jesus last week. That was cool.
Now that I got my podcast back, I'm here, people. I'm back. Yeah.
Welcome.
You can follow us on Twitter _Horrible Gamers. Leave us a review on iTunes, all that good stuff. Thumbs up on Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and we will soon be available on Audible Podcast. Ooh. We're also available on Spotify and all that good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Horrible Gamers Podcast community is the group that you can join on Facebook. Horrible Gamers Podcast is our page. There's a link to the group in the page. You know how to get there. Yeah. Also, you can support the show at Patreon at patreon.com/Horrible Gamers. I need to log into this thing again. You got the list, guys?
Mayo?
Why do I always forget?
Where's that list?
Oh no, I don't have the list. I had to use Jesus' old list. I don't have those privileges yet.
Oh man, yeah. See, I gotta pull up.
You have logging credentials.
This list. Oh, why you guys never prepare me? Every week, you guys know that I'm gonna forget the list.
Yeah, you say it every other week now, but not this week.
Anyways, I want to thank our friends. If this ever loads, I don't know if it's going to. It's not working, guys. It's not working. Well, anyways, I'll just go off of this old list, I guess. Where's the old list? I need a list, damn it. I need a list.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh, anyways.
The clock's ticking here.
I'll pull up the list later because this isn't working, people. Anyways. Moving on. Patreons will get your shout-outs later. Whatever, guys. Whatever. At the end of the show, listen for their name. Stitcher, you can head over to Stitcher. Stitcher.com/premium and sign up for a premium account. That's right. You can listen to this show and so many other podcasts. If you like podcasts like I like podcasts, you listen to all the podcasts. And go sign up for Stitcher Premium. You get a month for free when you use promo code Horrible Gamers. That's right. Get a month for free when you sign up for a year and or month-to-month subscription. We don't give a shit what you sign up for. Use promo code Horrible Gamers. Get yourself a free month. That's right. We're giving you free stuff. Speaking of free stuff, something that isn't free is stuff at Redbubble. That's right. None of that shit is free because we charge you money. Anyways, head on over to Redbubble. Search for Horrible Gamers. We got a new item up. That is the Horrible Gamers coffee cup. It has a new logo on it. That logo will be the new logo of the podcast moving forward, we believe. Anyways, you go.
Jesus, I'm looking at this new clock.
Buy that. Oh yeah, I put our faces on the clock. You like that?
That is
nice.
cool. I'm looking at that right now.
You like that clock? You like that clock, Gunny?
That is cool. It's like it's got the green background. It's got all three of our beautiful faces on it. It's grab that clock.
That's right. I love the clock. That's why I put it as a clock, because I thought people would like that clock. I also put it as the laptop cover and other shit. Anyways, people. You head on over to Redbubble, buy some stuff. Go buy some stuff. Anyways, big shout out to Robert Noble for being a Patreon. Sean Pacharek, Chad, Brandon Willier, Vaderaholic, Bill Gardner II, Mech Mod, Native Lives Matter, Jesse Kraft, Port Chapu, Nipron, Brian Capessa, Robbie Wheat, Adam Sunday, John Jerome, Evan Tanaka, and Jonathan Big D Ho. Jonathan! Shout out to you, Jonathan. Get back to work now. Stop laughing. I can hear you laughing right now. Stop. Just go back to work. Anyways, our intro song is done by Fowler and Chicks. It's called Breakout. Our outro song is done by Ricky Alfaraz, and it's called Electric Kung Fu. Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about video games, people. That's what we're here for. And, yeah, I want to talk about video games, people. Video games. This week, I had a very special privilege to talk to Mina from Mega Cat Studios. She is, I believe, the PR person pretty much for Mega Cat Studios. We were discussing the newest game that's going to be releasing here pretty soon on August 13th. That's Tuesday.
Next week.
Yeah, Tuesday. Tuesday or Wednesday? What day is that next week? Is that Tuesday? Pretty sure.
It's Thursday next
Thursday.
week.
Well, that's a weird release day. Thursday. Anyways, there's a new game coming out called Bite the Bullet. This is a pretty cool game. It is a roguelike platformer, kind of like Contra, inspired by Contra. She said it was kind of like some inspiration they took from Contra. You're pretty much shooting enemies, side-scroller type stuff. But this is not just your typical game, Mayo. You're going to get special abilities if you eat people. That's right. You can eat people and robots, and there's different things that you eat. And if you eat everything, you get a certain type of abilities. And the skill tree you can go up. If you only eat the robots, you get special robot abilities. If you only eat the meat, then you get special carnivore abilities, Gunny.
You mentioned the 3 skill trees. What now? Do you get to pick from each one of them?
Yeah. So
they're just 3 different ones.
The more you eat, no, you don't just pick from each one. It's what you eat determines what you are. So if you only eat the robots,
are what you eat. Whoa.
Yes, I think that's their tagline. Anyways, the robots, you eat the robots, you become like a robot type of character. If you eat the fucking people, you only become like a carnivore type character. And if you're an omnivore, you just eat everything, you become a different type of character. You can also be a vegetarian, I think, where you only eat the plants, and those give you certain types of ability. And I think she said some of that abilities are like, one of them is like running around with your mouth wide open, and you just eat everything all the time, just eat. Or like
sound like me in real life.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
And there's other types of abilities she was mentioning on the interview that we had. But I thank you, Mina, for coming on and interviewing with us. It took time out of her day to do that for us. I really appreciate it. That'll be attached right now. Listen to it, and we'll be right back after that. Talk about some video games.
Mina Figueroa. So I work for Mega Cat Studios. I've actually been with them for about 1.5 years now. So I don't know. I guess I should tell you a little bit about our company. We're a creative first company. We make retro games. We also do have some modern titles. We kind of just do what we love. About 50% of our games are client work, but then games like Bite the Bullet, those are our babies. That's our creativity that comes from our staff. So we get to have a lot of fun,
Yeah, so talk to me about Bite the Bullet. So this is like your newest game, right? This is going to come out here on the 13th, correct?
Yes, we don't have the exact hour yet, but it's probably going to drop August 13th around midnight. We'll know by the end of this week.
Awesome. So talk to me about Bite the Bullet. You said this is your baby. This is a thing that you guys made and you guys are proud of, and you guys are obviously releasing here pretty soon. What is the creative process, or what's the thought process behind making a game like this, or what was your inspiration to make a game like this?
Well, games don't come from a singular inspiration. We definitely pull upon all of our old favorite games growing up. Like, the whole team has input, but really what inspired us, we took a lot from Metal Slug. And just the fact that food is such an intricate portion of life and in gaming as well. When you think of games like Pac-Man and Burger Time, like these old classics, the mechanics of eating is just so vital in a lot of games. Food gives you health, food lets you upgrade. So we wanted to bring that and make our own homage to that.
That's awesome. Yeah, you're completely right. I never thought about that food is really a big part of video games. Like, I never thought about Pac-Man eating something. Like that is completely true. That just blew my mind.
Yeah, I mean, like if you think about like even games like Fallout and some of these modern titles, you have to like get your hunger meter to a certain level, and I think it really helps to immerse yourself into the gameplay because we're human beings. We need to eat. I had breakfast this morning. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
it's something that I feel translates really well for people to kind of jump into that world.
Yeah. So awesome. So bite the bullet. What type of game is this? Is this an RPG? Is this an action game? What is this?
So we call it a roguelite RPG, run, gun, and eat. I like to believe that we're the first of our kind. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that we're the first doing it this particular way. So you start off as a character, and basically it depends on how you decide to go through the run. Like if you what you eat directly affects not only your character's waistline but the skill tree that opens up for you.
Oh wow. Okay. So you said it actually affects your character's waistline, so your character gets fatter as you eat more throughout the game.
It actually, yeah. So if you intake too many calories, you will get chunky, and your character will reflect that. If you don't eat enough, you will start getting very thin. And the cool thing too is that it's not just a visual change; it does affect your how your character reacts to things. So, like if you were more on the portly side in game, you'll be slower, but you'll have higher defenses. If you're skinny, you'll move faster, but you can take damage a little more easy.
Wow, wow, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna ask you a question here that one of my friends, one of my co-hosts actually, he wrote down for me to ask, and he said for bite the bullet, he was looking at the game and he says, would eating more zombies than let's say robots give him different abilities to fight the mutant bosses or other types of enemies?
Yes, depending on what you eat. So let's say, and so like the zombies, they will the food that they put out. There's three different food classes. There is the carnivore, obviously, the omnivores, which is I eat, and then you have robivores as well, which is just eating robots. Each of these diets will give you certain abilities. So let me see if I can drop a little hint for you guys right here. Let me pull this up real quick. So, for example, if you were a robivore, one of the abilities that would come out for you would be. Sorry, I'm here looking at the game right now. So much cool stuff in it. So for a carnivore, you actually, if you hit a certain level and you get a certain skill, you literally can run around with your mouth wide open, and it makes it a lot easier to consume your enemies. There's another skill if you just went for the vegetarian path. It's one with the tree, which actually grants you like invisibility. So there's a lot of cool
Wow.
little skills and abilities that come by, and you have to make a decision, which I feel gives a lot of replay value to the game as well.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That sounds really cool. It sounds like so you have three different skill trees that you can go through in the game pretty much. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, three or four.
Nice. And you said this is a roguelite, so you're saying if I die, I have to restart.
So like the old school games, you have a set amount of lives, and then once that last life goes, you have to restart the level.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I know a friend of mine, my co-host Mayo, he really loves Dead Cells, and I don't know what it is about that game that he loves, but he's beat it like 4 times now, or 5 times, or something like this, something ridiculous. But he
Yeah.
loves the game, and he I don't know if it's the restarting from the beginning or just gaining the abilities. So this game sounds pretty cool to me. I mean, it sounds like well, what I like is the skill tree. You know, I like to be able to level up my character and be able to get different abilities as I play the game. And it sounds like a very unique way to get abilities. You know, you don't just pick up power ups. You have to actually be thinking about what you're eating. And So, well, what happens in the game? I guess I want to ask you something here. What happens in the game if I like decide to just eat? Is it so? There's one tree for eating everything, and there's one tree for just eating like the plants and stuff, and there's another
Yeah,
tree
so
for eating the meat.
there's one skill tree that is you just eat meat. There's one for just eating metal and robots. There's one for just vegetarian food. And then there's the omnivore, which is its own separate skill, which you can basically eat anything. Now, it's not. Now, here's the thing about the game. While everything is edible, not everything is going to sit well in your stomach. We do have an ability in game that you eat, if you eat rotten or toxic food, it actually lends to how you can upgrade your weapons. So you will get sick, your character will throw up, but in that you will be able to upgrade, your assault rifle or whichever weapon you prefer. But you do take a little bit of damage. So there's a lot of thinking that goes involved with, the steps you take.
Wow, that sounds cool. Okay, okay. Let's move on here. Let's go on to the next question. I guess this is more of a personal question that I have from one of my co-hosts. And they've asked, since you guys kind of make these games that are kind of retro style games, do you have a go-to retro game that you play each day?
See, for me, I'm a little bit ADD, so I play a little bit of everything. I don't really stick to one game, but if you're going to talk to me about retro games, I'm actually right now what I'm playing, which is nothing like the game we're talking about, but I'm actually playing DuckTales, the old
Wow.
version of DuckTales. It's so hard, okay? I'm trying so hard to beat this game, and like that's what I really like about the retro games is that the skill that you need to play them, like I don't understand how these were kid games.
No, it's because we never beat them as kids. We would just play them and then just die and then restart and then just keep doing that.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what I'm doing right now.
Awesome. Yeah, that's crazy. That's an old game. Wow. So your game is coming out on everything because I think I've seen it on every platform that I own. I've seen it on the Switch. I've seen it on the PC. I've seen it on the PS4. So is
Yeah,
this
we're gonna be on Xbox as well.
nice? So this is just coming out on everything.
Yep.
Do you guys plan on a mobile phone release?
At the moment, no, but it's funny that you brought that up because I was actually talking to our studio owner. I was telling him the other day, I'm like, we should make this for mobile as well. I think this could be a great game to have on your phone. It's not in the works right now, but hey, you never know if the fans really like it and they demand it. Maybe we'll get that done too.
Awesome. Yeah. So I got another question from one of my co-hosts. So they asked, with new consoles expected to launch in November, will we see more Mega Cat games on these devices? These new platforms. So is this game Bite the Bullet? Do you guys plan on releasing it on the new consoles, the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5?
That's definitely something I don't have I wish one of the devs was here with me. I don't have a clear answer on that, but I believe that is something that we'd be looking into depending on how the game does with the audience. And then of course we have several games coming out in the next couple of years that we will obviously be porting to these new consoles as well.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I mean, I love the art style that you guys have chosen for the game. It's so retro, but it's kind of modern at the same time. I really like it. It's cool. I love.
We owe that to our artists, man. We've got some great talent that helps us out with this stuff, and they really know how to bring in that retro feel, but add their own modern spin to it.
Definitely, because it looks freaking cool, and I even love your guys' box art that you have chosen for for the cover of the game. So I guess I wanna ask you another question here. Out of all the games you guys could have made, why did you guys choose this one? Was it like a team thing? Did everyone just say, okay, we're gonna do this? Was it a one-person thing? Was it your boss telling you guys you have to make this? What was it?
The way it works with us, one of us might come up with the idea, but it really is a team effort. And Bite the Bullet wouldn't be what it is today without the inspiration and input from each of the person on the team. So it really is a collaborative effort. Of course, for other titles that we make for clients, they'll tell us what the theme of what they want from the game, and they get final say. But for a game like this, that it's our creative baby. Yeah, it's basically a piece of all of us in there.
Nice. So, what other titles have you guys recently made? I know you guys made Coffee Crisis. Is that your game, or is that like another studio's or another publisher's title or something?
I wasn't working with Mega Cat at the time that Coffee Crisis came out, so I am not sure if that's one of ours. I know we're also coming out with another game that is. I think we have like 2 client games that are coming out, and then another 2 that are passion projects.
Nice. Okay. Are they going to be similar style to this type of game?
Some of them are, and some of them are going to be a complete departation from at least the aesthetic style, but it will still be a retro feel.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. I guess I have another question. This is from one of my listeners of the podcast. I asked if they had any questions for you, and he was the one that responded. This is from Nipron, and he asked, as a software developer, as a game studio, which software engine do you guys recommend for game design?
So when I first started working with the company, I kind of asked the same question, and where they put me towards, they had me starting to learn Unity. I don't really know what other things that our devs are using, but that was where they told me to start learning from, to get a feel for that. And that's honestly, I recommend anyone who wants to get into the field, pick whichever and just delve into it. There's so many tutorials online. There's so many YouTube videos. And of course, I totally believe everyone should go to school, but this is also something that you could pick up on your own time. I feel like the biggest bar into getting into this industry is just your own dedication.
Yeah. Awesome. And well, that's kind of leading into my next question. Do you have any tips on how to get started in game development or game design or working for a game studio? I mean, I know that it's probably an industry that's very sought after, and I know it's an industry that always has people being laid off. So there's people always moving to different studios, and there's always talent that's available for different studios to pick up all the time. I mean, what's a recommendation for you for somebody that's brand new, has never been in game development, and they want to get into it? What's something that you recommend?
So what I recommend, number one, is your own skill set. Practice on your own. Practice making games. It's not just about, being able to build the games. There's so many different moving parts in the company, writing, art, music. So as long as you hone that talent and you create yourself a portfolio, you can get yourself in. But to be very honest with you, I'll tell you my story, how I got into this. I actually came in as a writer off of a Reddit post. And
Wow.
I was doing a little bit of quest writing, very freelance. And just through getting to know the company, being eager to work and having other skills that I could bring to the table, that's how I ended up going from just a Reddit freelancer to being a part of the studio. So really just have your skills, keep your eyes open, and don't be afraid to take little jobs.
Awesome. Yeah, that's good advice. That's crazy that you came from Reddit. That's amazing. I love Reddit.
And we definitely still hire from Reddit. So if you guys are out there and you catch one of my posts, definitely send me a PM. Let me know that you heard about us on this podcast, and for sure I'll definitely talk to you guys.
Nice. Okay, so I guess one of my last questions that I have for you today, for the people that are looking to buy your game, this new game here, Bite the Bullet, coming out soon, August 13th, what's the best platform that you think the game is going to be on? I mean, I know that some people love to play games on their Xbox or their PlayStation or their Switch. or the PC. What is your favorite platform to game on?
Well, like I tell everyone, it's all about personal preference. I am a PC chick. Um, but then again, I also collect consoles, so I've got my Xbox there too. I've got my Switch. It's really up to you where you're most comfortable playing. Um, but it's going to be amazing on all of the platforms.
Yeah, no doubt. Did you guys on the PC? I mean, what kind of do you guys have? Like 60 frames, 120? What did you guys shoot for there?
That is another dev question. I do more of like the people talking and getting everybody hyped up. But I'll definitely ask some of the guys and get that answer for you. And I'll shoot you an email
Yeah,
with that info so you can answer for them.
yeah, because we have a lot of PC people in our community that love the high frame rates, and they love seeing just how much they can push a game or how much they can push their computer before it blows up. Yeah.
Well, definitely. I prefer not to blow up my computer. But yeah, I'll definitely get that answer for you because that's definitely something that I know that people are going to be really interested in. And speaking about that, especially like what pushing yourself to the limit, we are going to have some like speed running challenges in game. So that's something that's going to be that we hopefully will be promoting soon, and you guys will be able to see a couple streamers try some speed runs.
Oh, nice, nice. That's awesome. Yeah. So, I mean, is this game going to be like a longer game or how? I mean, what's the average time do you think somebody might take to beat this game?
Oof, I mean that is a good question, but it all depends on you, really. I mean, World One for me took me a good hour or two to get past, and also, your playing difficulty.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Because some titles come out and they're like an hour long or 2 hours long, you know. But
There's definitely some challenges in here that will keep you busy. And I mean, there's so much that can be done with it that you can play it for as long as you'd like.
speaking of challenges, does the game have difficulty settings?
Yes, I believe so. And even within that, we do have the challenges that are like timed. We have specific ones that are set for like eat only a set amount of enemies. Just to give you guys like a little bit of a spoiler, there is in one of the first levels, there is a speed challenge where you need to try to finish the complete level in under 10 minutes. And let me tell you something, that is hard.
Sounds pretty hard. Yeah. Um. Okay. So just completely forgot what I was going to ask the next question here. Um. Yeah, that's all I really have. I forgot my last question. I completely just forgot. I should have wrote this down somewhere. Oh man. Um. But yeah, I thank you for coming on and I thank you for coming to talk to us about your game. I'm excited to play it. I want to check it out. I want everyone that's listening here to check it out. Because honestly, I love indie devs. Indie devs are what I think a lot of times they bring new stuff to the industry that we don't see from the bigger publishers or the bigger game developers. You know, a lot of the big studios tend to do the same thing over and over and over and over. and sometimes I feel like the indie devs bring something new and then the big guys notice it and they're like, hey, we should do that too, you know? And they start doing it and it's kind of like, oh man, oh, you guys are going to ruin the genre. No. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to play this game. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of our listeners are excited to play your game.
Awesome. And I did want to mention that in September, we are going to be partnering with Feeding America. They're a hunger relief organization. And there's going to be a charity stream event where we will be raising money to, try to combat the issue of, worldwide, well, hunger in America and, globally as well. So that's something that I definitely want to invite everyone to, keep an eye on. We are still getting participants. So if any of your listeners are streamers and they're interested in participating, we'd love to have them.
Awesome. So that's going to be like just like a big charity stream thing where everyone's going to be streaming for like 3 days straight or something.
Yeah, something along those lines. And hopefully we'll raise some money to affect some change.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, The one thing that caught my attention when I read your email when you reached out to us was that you put on the subject something that both Jesus and I love, food, and I was like, yes. And they need to talk to these people. I love food. They know me.
I mean, that is the one common ground that I feel like we all share. It's like, man, food is just great,
Yeah.
and the cool thing too is that we actually talked to some celebrity chefs, so some cooking streamers. I don't know if you guys know about competitive eaters, but LA Beast and Matt Stoney also were part of this for us, and there's some great secrets in game that'll kind of highlight those partnerships, those collaborations that we did, and we really took their input to heart. I mean, we actually have come out with a book that includes recipes that were given to us by these chefs for our audiences to try. So that's something that, like it's a very well-rounded package.
Really? So you guys, where can we find this book?
So right now it's going to be sent out in the major press kits, and then ideally I believe that we'll have a limited run on the website. Don't quote me on that. But if people do have an interest, I can definitely talk to the team and see if maybe we can do a giveaway or two and see if one lucky fan could maybe get to receive that cookbook.
That's awesome. That sounds pretty cool. Cause yeah, man, good recipes are always a good thing to have. Everyone needs a good recipe every once in a while. You don't know what to make. You're like, I want to pull out this recipe real quick and decide to make this. And yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I know for me that I'm going to be trying all of these recipes out in my kitchen. So it's going
Awesome.
to be fun.
So I guess one last question, because I noticed this in one of the screenshots that I saw on a website about your game, Bite the Bullet. I believe it was Steam, because I was on Steam looking at the screenshots, and I think it was the character selection. How many characters are in this game? I know there was a male character, and I think his name was Chewy,
Mm-hmm.
and the
There are
female
two
character was
playable
what was
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Yeah. So there are two playable characters. You can choose to be Chewy or Chuella. We're also a couch co-op, so two people can play together, and it's great. I mean, they each have their storyline. They each have their abilities. But I thought it was really important that we were representative, like of giving people a choice of how they wanted to play, and of course you're not tied to playing Chewy. Just adds a little something else to the game, so you can actually have a little more choice.
Yeah, I agree completely, and I'm excited to play your game. I'm excited to see what recipes are in that book, and I'm excited to see more from you guys. I really appreciate you coming on today. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join us and discuss your game with us. And thank you, Mina, for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. I had a great time. I'll definitely be tuning into the podcast, and yeah, I can't wait to see y'all playing this game. I hope you guys love it as much as we loved making it.
Yeah, we definitely will check it out. I'm probably gonna check it out on PC. My co-host will probably check it out on PC, or one of them probably will check it out on the Xbox. He's more of an Xbox guy, so. But yeah, we're excited to try it out, and hopefully our listeners check it out. Because I know a lot of our listeners like different types of games, and some of them love retro games. I'll definitely be reaching out to them and telling them, hey, check out this new game coming out. But yeah, I thank you for coming on.
Will do, man. Will do. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.
Alrighty. All right, thank you. Well, that's all we have for today on this interview, people. We'll back to the show. And we're back. Thank you, Mina, for being an amazing person and for joining me that day. Was it this week, Tuesday? That's right. While everyone was working, I was doing that interview. Thank you for speaking with me about your game. Everyone, check out Bite the Bullets. It's available on everything. That's right, Mayo. Everything.
Even the Switch.
Very nice.
Even the Switch. Yeah, even the Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, Steam. It's on the Steam store. It's on my wish list, people.
I have it added on there.
Get it on there, Gunny. Go get it. Anyways, let's talk about video games that we've been playing this week. I've been playing some games. You guys been playing some games.
I played games this week, actually.
I played games.
the last 2
Anyways.
weeks.
Let's talk about some Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima, I'm still in Act 1. Believe it or not, I haven't got past Act 1. And it's kind of like, whoa. Like, some people have beat the game already. Like, I am so, like, ran through it, like, in 2 days. I can't do that. I don't have the time to do that. And I don't have any days off, so I just can't just stay up playing games for 20 hours like I used to. Sucks, but that's my situation. So I'm still in Act 1. And but I'm still enjoying the game very much, and I like the story. People are saying that it gets repetitive. I don't find it repetitive. Maybe it's because I'm playing it in stints that I don't find it so repetitive. You know, like I play it like for an hour, and then I don't play it for like 3 days, and then I play it for 30 minutes, and then I don't play it for fucking 5 days. So it's probably why it's taking me forever to beat it. But at the same time, I don't find it as repetitive as other people have. I guess if you just sit there and play it for 10 hours straight, I can see how fighting the same enemies over and over and over can get kind of boring. But maybe don't do that. Maybe don't do that, Gunny, huh? Maybe.
Well, I say if I haven't listened to anybody that's said that, but just from you saying what other people have said is that, I mean, I just think of it like a Far Cry or an Assassin's Creed style game, which, I could see how, you go into a camp, you kill, all these other people and then the main boss or whatever. But if that's the kind of game you like me, then that's what to expect.
Anyways, I really like the game. I love the photo mode. The photo mode's probably my favorite photo mode I've ever seen in a game. It reminds me of the God of War photo mode. Something about PlayStation. They do the photo modes right. They do it better than any other game.
What do you like about what do you think is like a unique feature, a cool feature that it has? Because I just started playing Horizon on the PC.
You could just
and it has a photo mode.
You could just literally stop it whenever. You could be in the middle of a cutscene. You could be in the middle of a fight. You could literally be slicing somebody in half, and just hit the D-pad and it stops right there, like instantly. Like you just take the coolest fucking photos ever. Like it's just so cool, man. And like a lot of other games, when you do photo modes, you got to press start, then go down to the photo mode, then click on the photo mode, and then it brings up like, no, like this just wherever you're in the moment and you feel like, oh, that would be a cool shot, you can just take a picture of it right there. Like you don't have to fucking go to any stupid menu and I gotta stop the game and hopefully I stopped it at the right moment. Hopefully,
I think Shadow of Mordor had the same photo mode, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I know a lot of Sony games have it, so I know that this one has it. I know The Last of Us had the same thing where I believe on The Last of Us either you click on the thumbstick or I'm pretty sure you press something on the D-pad or something where it would just take a photo. Like it would stop the game right where it's at and you can just zoom the camera around and take photos of shit. But yeah, I really like it. And also I like the filters they have on it. So they have like this like pretty cool filter that's like a old school, like what the fuck was it called again? What the fuck was it?
I know you're talking about it, but I can't remember what it.
Something for colors.
No, it's like a film director. What's his name? Oh, Akira Kurosawa. Apparently, he's well known for like making old school like samurai movies in black and white. So like they have that filter in the game where it's called the Kurosawa filter, where like pretty much everything's in black and white. And it looks like an old school, like it looks kind of grainy. It looks like a movie, like an old school samurai movie.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
And it has that fucking cool ass filter. Yeah, so you can even play the game like that if you want to. Like in the beginning of the game, it tells you like, do you want to play this in the Akira Kurosawa mode? And it's like, what the fuck is that? And it shows like everything's in black and white and like kind of grainy, so everything looks like an old school like samurai film. And that would probably be a pretty cool way to play the game. I'm not gonna lie, because this game is very stylized. It's very Japanese, very samurai. Like you think samurai and old school samurai films and shit, and this game, you know what I mean? Like it's exactly how I envision it. You know, I remember those movies. I remember seeing old school movies, and everything about those movies is in this game. They got the aesthetic is right, and I fucking love that about it. Like yeah, it's repetitive, where the enemies kind of like all look the same. They got 3 different types. The archer, the sword guy, the spear guy, the fucking shield guy, the big fat shield guy. The bosses kind of look the same. Whatever. But who cares? Who cares, Gunny? The game is
as long as you're having fun. The combat looks like a lot of fun. I've been watching Nipron stream this game.
It's a cool game, and like I'm not saying the combat is very like oh my god, this is innovation. No, you're pressing square and triangle and square, triangle, square, triangle, square. triangle, square, L1, triangle, square, square. You know, not very fucking thoughtful. It's not like you're playing Mortal Kombat or some shit. You don't got to remember crazy combos. It's just, you're not just button mashing, just pressing square and triangle. Kind of like God of War, just pressing square and triangle and shit or whatever.
Yep.
And you got different stances for the different character types. And you do gain like special abilities though, almost. They're not special abilities, but kind of like special weapons. One's like a little throwing knife. Like, so like if somebody's, usually every enemy has this thing where like they have like this meter that you got to break, and that's what breaks their like stance. So like it makes them kind of like be like stunned, and you can hit them a lot of times. And each enemy has that. They have like this like blocking meter thing that you have to break, and you either break it by hitting them a few times, and you see the meter go down. And then they like kind of go into like this. Oh, I'm stupid. I got hit twice in the head, and I don't know what I'm doing. You know. Or you could just throw this knife at their neck and it fucking stuns them. Or sometimes it'll just kill them with the knife. It'll just throw it like and it just kills them. And like, fucking fall over and die, you know. And then, but yeah, the game is incredible. I fucking love it. I love the horse. Horse. I like how the guy says. I like how the guy says horse. Like randomly, he'll be like, "Horse, come here, Kake." That's what he calls the horse. Kake, you're a good horse. But anyways, I love the game. I love seeing the fucking like randomly going into like a duel. I love dueling people. It's just so fucking cinematic when you duel somebody. Like you stand there and you pop open your little fucking sword, you know, and then you like standing there waiting for the dude to move, and then you gotta fucking do it at the right time and fuck him up, and then you fuck up his buddies after you fuck him up. It's so fucking badass, dude. But yeah, I've just been exploring the game. Like I said before, the reason it's taking me a long time, probably a lot longer than it's taking most people, is because A, I'm not playing it every fucking day, and B, I'm also doing like everything I can in the game. And I really mean everything. Like I've discovered everything. Like I'm going and finding shit that like people haven't even seen. Every question mark, every part of that map, I'm just exploring, dude. And it's fucking amazing because I'm just finding shit all the time. Super cool. Like it. I recommend it. Buy it.
I know. I want to play this. Shit. I got to just get that PS4 in here and just download it.
Yeah, it needs to come out on PC.
Yeah, it'll probably look fucking
eventually.
Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, speaking of games on the PC, I played a game on the PC this week. I played some Call of Duty.
Hey, I played that too.
I know everyone's shocked right now to hear this. Everyone's probably like,
we are.
Wow.
I just downloaded 50 gigs yesterday.
He plays Call of Duty. Wow. Call of Duty takes up 250 gigabytes on my hard drive now. It takes up a quarter of my M.2 drive. Literally a quarter. It's fucking ridiculous. And
it is ridiculous.
And I tried
was waiting for 30 minutes yesterday.
And I tried to go to the Call of Duty Activision Blizzard bullshit stupid ass fucking dumbass forum fucking fuck you and your forums, Activision. You suck. Who uses forums nowadays? This is shit from like the 1990s. Anyways,
right.
I went over there because they said visit our forum at activision.com/blizzard/Call of Duty.
Because we don't want to answer your question.
And then you find out how you can reduce your install size by 50 gigs. I'm like, oh, okay, let's go look. And I look, and I see that it says, okay, go to your options, go to your settings, go to your general, go down to the bottom and uninstall the different packs. There's a pack for like multiplayer 1, campaign 1, campaign 2, campaign 3, texture pack 1, texture pack 2. They have like 50 different things you can uninstall. And it tells you like if you uninstall this removes the campaign, this removes the war zone, this removes the multiplayer maps, this removes this. So I'm like, I'm going to remove the entire campaign. Save me some space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? You cannot do it on the PC.
Oh.
The one place you figured you'd be able to do it, you can't do it. I mean, I've tried.
That's weird.
And I tried. Trust me. Like, I went in there and I was looking for it and I was like, where the fuck is this setting? I can't find it. And I couldn't find it on the PC. Maybe it was because it was the first day the patch came out and they hadn't updated it or something to show it in there. But I'm pretty sure people were making YouTube videos on how to do it on the Xbox and the PlayStation. I just couldn't find how to do it on the PC. And I don't know if on the PC you have to manually go into the file folder of the game and then uninstall it there, which probably is what you have to do.
Or delete it, yeah.
As long as you have permissions, even.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Like maybe that's what this. Maybe they're like, oh, well, the PC people will probably uninstall it anyways or whatever. But it's like, if you're gonna make a blog about this shit, why not just say, hey, this shit doesn't work on PC. It only works for PlayStation and Xbox. Like, nowhere on there did it say, oh, this does not work on the PC version of the game. Like, none of it said. It just said, go here, do this, do this, do this, and you'll find all these packs. And none of it was working, and it kind of pissed me off because the game.
It'd be funny if you go and do it, and then it's like, game files corrupt. You cannot play this game. Reinstall the entire game.
The game fucking takes up so much fucking space, and it's frustrating to me because I don't play the campaign. Why do I need the campaign? Why? Right. Why do I need the campaign? You don't need the campaign.
They kept it separate last year.
I don't play Warzone. Why do I need the Warzone file? I don't want Warzone on my PC. I don't play that shit. Get rid of it. It's like a fucking 100 gigs. Fuck Warzone. It's 100 gigs. I just want the multiplayer. Why the fuck can't I just install the multiplayer? It's just so stupid, dude.
What I'm afraid too is, okay, say Jesus, even if we did it on PC and we could delete those files, what happens when the next update comes out? Does it automatically want to re-verify all your files and then automatically just add it to your download, and then you download it and have to remove it again every time?
Yeah, probably.
It probably does. Because it's not going to say, hey, choose your update. It'll just update and reinstall those files.
It's like 30. This last update was 50 gigs, literally.
Yeah, that's what I put on
56 point something gigs.
That's just so crazy to me because...
And it was all for Warzone. Literally, all of it changed Warzone.
When I uninstalled it, I got tired of that being so big and taking up so much room on my PC. I uninstalled that game, and I installed Battlefield 5 and Star Wars Battlefront 2. And it's still like 140 gig between the two of them.
Yeah,
so
Battlefield 5
games, and they look great.
Battlefield 5 is 60-something gigs. That's it.
And it has the Battle Royale mode. It has
bigger maps. It has vehicles. It has bigger maps. What the fuck?
And it looks every bit as good. Like, graphically, it has great
And
textures,
it does even more. It has destruction and shit. What the fuck?
They are not respecting your hard drive space.
They're not. They don't give a shit. And it's kind of annoying. And especially, like, if this is a situation that's going to happen when the PS5 comes out, I'm so worried. Because you know why? That drive that the PS5 has, I know you guys were talking about this last week. That hard drive that the PS5 has is proprietary. That is a proprietary hard drive. You will not be able to open that fucking thing up and install an M.2 off the shelf into your fucking PlayStation. You might be able to jerry-rig some shit and find some crazy fucking way to do it, but it's not going to be very easy. It's probably going to void your fucking warranty if you do it wrong and some shit. So I think those hard drives are all proprietary from the PlayStation. And Xbox already said that, yes, you can use an external hard drive, but all the benefits of the SSD and the fast loading and all that shit's gone.
Yeah. Right. And that's what I was afraid of when I was talking about it last week. I'm like, you're not going to have that same speed.
Or you got to buy external SSDs, right? Or no, not the externals. The other, like memory card style SSDs.
You got to buy theirs.
Yeah, and God knows how much those are going to cost.
Exactly, because they're proprietary. They're made by them. They're the ones that are making it or whatever. Just look at an Xbox branded hard drive from Seagate. Not even like made by Microsoft. It's just an Xbox branded hard drive. They always cost $150 or $100 or $50 more than the same drive would cost if you just bought it and it looks black. Just because it's green and it says Xbox on it, it costs $50 more. Now, the same shit's going to happen with these hard drives. You're going to buy this 2 terabyte external fucking drive that's going to be an M.2 and SSD or super fucking fast NVMe drive or whatever, and they're going to cost you $100 more, $200 more. Everyone's worried about the cost of the console. I'm worried about the cost of the fucking hard drive, especially on the PS5, because the PS5 already said you're going to have an 850 gigabyte hard drive to begin with. If Call of Duty takes up 250 gigs, now you're down to half a terabyte of space that's probably going to be taken up by 2 more games.
Yeah, I think Xbox probably has to worry about it more, especially if they're really going full with this Game Pass thing. But You know what I mean? Like,
Well, no, they
download
don't.
all
You
these
know why?
games.
No. You know why? They don't have to worry about it because all they could say is this. Well, you don't have to download them. You could just stream them.
Oh, yeah, true. Or, you can just use your externals, but you're not going to get the benefits.
Well, you don't have to download them,
So just keep
Gunny.
your most important games on the SSD.
Gunny, you don't have to download them. Just stream them. xCloud. That's it. We don't take up any space on your hard drive. You just stream them whenever you want. That's exactly what they're going to say. Tell me they're not going to say that. That's the excuse they're going to use. When it comes down to November and the launch day happens and people are like, well, I've downloaded 4 games off Game Pass. I downloaded Halo and it's 200 gigs. I have no more space. They're going to be like, well, you don't have to download it. You can just stream it. That's going to be their fucking reasoning. And it's stupid because these fucking hard drives are nice. Yes, I get it. Everyone's hyped. Oh, no load times. No. The fucking shit costs a lot of money, dude.
Yeah.
A PC one, just by itself on the PC, runs you like $200, $150, and it's just a basic ass fucking 1 terabyte fucking thing. You know what I mean? When people are used to buying a 4 terabyte hard drive for $200 or an 8 terabyte hard drive for $250. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna be fucking hell when it.
Like you said, with Sony and Microsoft will really probably hike up the price of those two to get you. Be like, look, you want this PlayStation branded external hard drive, and people are gonna buy them. Unfortunately,
you're gonna have to. You have no choice. You know what I mean? Especially if they make it to where no other normal basic ass one works. They're gonna be like, well, you have to buy this one because it's the only one that works with our shit. Good luck.
But I think it just makes you're just going to have to keep your most what is it going to be at launch for? It's going to be Ratchet and Clank for PS4, Cyberpunk, right? Those are the ones you're going to keep
Spider-Man.
on the SSD. Spider-Man, yep. Maybe I could tell you one thing right now already with Forza's not coming out, but I know that Forza 7 was a huge file. So I'll probably be streaming that one.
If you think Halo is not going to be a huge file,
Forza.
you're wrong. Fucking Halo, dude. It's going to be huge. You know what I mean? It's going to be a big-ass file. I'm pretty sure it's going to be over 100 gigs.
That one will be big.
Yeah, so...
Yep. And they're going to add more and more maps and try all these. Here's an extra 30 we had from the Master Chief Collection, but you can now play it in Halo Infinite.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with
gigs.
The hard drive situation. The fucking... And then, you may have an external right now. Yeah, it's USB 3.0. But USB 3.0 is slow as shit compared to fucking an SSD. Even a normal SSD, not to mention an NVMe drive. Just a normal SSD, USB 3.0 is way slower. You're going to get no benefits of the new hardware. I guess the one benefit you'll get is the graphics. If they make that much of a difference. Which I don't think they will. Like Mayo said before, I think we're kind of maxed out on graphics at this point.
Yeah.
You're not going to see much of a difference.
Maybe they'll do a Type-C USB or something even. But even then, it's just, that's a lot of bandwidth, a lot of information they're going to have to send back and forth. And it's just, I find it weird in general putting a game on an external drive. I know it works. It just doesn't sound like it works very well optimized in my mind. I know some guys that do it on their PCs. They install all their games on an external drive, and I'm like, that just sounds so backwards to me. Like I put all my pictures and stuff on external drive, and I put all my games on my internal because that way my pictures can go with me. So
yeah, those can go in the cloud. Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, speaking of Call of Duty, the new Warzone update is out and live. I played that the other day. So pretty much the new Warzone, they introduced a new faction. I believe they're called, I don't know, some fucking mercenary faction or whatever. But it shows them in this new cutscene. They're flying in their little helicopter. They're, Bravo 6 going dark. They blow up the stadium for some reason. They blow up the roof off the stadium.
I saw the top go off. That was cool.
Like, oh yeah, we're going in hot, boys. Come on, let's go in hot. Stay frosty. And they say all that shit. All the shit the military people say when they're in war. Stay frosty.
Special forces.
They go in there and they land the helicopter. And pretty much the stadium is open. That's the main difference on the map. There's a train going through the map now. I don't know if the train is new or if the train is old.
I think it's new. I've never seen it before.
I stopped playing Warzone like 6 months ago, so I have no idea what the updates have done. I know there's bunkers and shit now too. That's from the previous updates. But there's a train now because I was in the fucking map by myself. My whole team had died or somehow the game put me in squads, but I was the only person on my team, and everyone else was in squads. So I'm like running around like Rambo, killing fucking teams and shit of people. And pretty much what happened was I grabbed the shield, a riot shield, and like I found a crazy fucking gun. And I heard the train coming. I jumped out the window. I jumped onto the train, and there was a team on the train just camping the train as it's going across the map. They were just in the train. So, like, I jump on the train, and I fucking killed 2 of them, and then they murdered me. And then I lost the match, like, in 10 seconds. I was like, yay, Warzone. Woo, so cool.
Yeah, you're not going to Gulag. Single player.
So cool, Warzone. Woo. And then what happened? And I played another match of Warzone, and me and my team, we actually did, like, pretty good. We got 11th place, I think, which is pretty good. I mean, that was, like, my first or second match. And we killed a few people. I killed, like, 4 people that match, so it was pretty good. It was pretty fun. I mean, it's Warzone. The fuck else am I gonna say? It's fucking Battle Royale. Battle Royale. It's Battle Royale. They say it in the game. Yeah. The British people. Anyways, sorry UK listener. I love you. I love all of you. Anyways, let's talk about the real important updates. So the multiplayer, we got a new map. It is an oil rig, like in the middle of the ocean. It is pretty fucking dope. I like it. Lots of different routes you can take. And a lot of hiding spots and a lot of cool things to do in there. And then there's another map for the 3 versus 3 or the gunfight map. I think it's like 3 versus 3, the little battles or whatever. And this is a new map.
2v2?
No. 3 versus 3, Gunny. God damn it, you.
Oh, +1. 3 versus 3.
Yeah.
Got it. I have not seen that.
Motherfucker, you. Anyways, listen. So I was playing that yesterday. It was called Livestock 24/7. And I was like, what the fuck is Livestock? And it's like, this is a new multiplayer in the Livestock map. And I jumped in it. And sure enough, it was me and like 2 other people versus 3 other people. And that shit was fun. That was more fun than normal multiplayer. That was more fun than Warzone. Because it was just us 3 versus 3. And like I literally ran around with the Fennec. It's an SMG. It's one of the newest SMGs. It's a really good SMG. It has like no recoil. That gun is fucking awesome. It's my new favorite gun. So I've been using that, but I've been also using it as my secondary, just a knife. You know, you can just have the knife. And I equipped all these perks so my guy could run really fast. And I was just knifing the other team left and right. They were fucking pissed. I was fucking laughing. The one match, I didn't even shoot my gun once. I think the only time that my character shot a gun was when I did an execution. Like the Captain Price execution. So you run up behind, I think Captain Price just stands there and he's smoking a cigar. How's it going, mate? And he shoots the guy in the back of the head with this pistol. That's the only time my character shot a gun. Like, the whole match, I was just throwing Molotovs and smoke grenades and fucking around my knife. And then I got the other team to start doing the same shit. Like one of their guys was running around with the knife too. And there was just a lot of fucking fun doing that, like for 2 or 3 matches, running around with the knife. The knife is my new favorite weapon in the game, actually. So I've been playing lots of Demolition as well. And so like I said, the new oil rig map is one of them. And there's another map based in like in Italy or something like that. It looks like Italy. Maybe it's Greece. I don't fucking... It's a European fucking city. I don't know, dude. I'm American. I don't know this shit. Anyways, some fucking city in Europe, all right? Some basic-ass fucking town in Europe. You know what I'm saying, Gunny? The basic-ass fucking town.
The basic, generic style European
fucking,
countries.
You know, with little roads and bricks on the road and shit like that. Anyways. And a harbor. Usually there's always a harbor.
Might be England, mate.
And a lot of hills.
G'day.
A lot of hills in the mountains. It looks like vineyards everywhere. This is what it looks like. Anyways, it's a fucking town.
It could be Mojo country.
Listen, Gunny, it's a fucking town in Europe, okay? Some little basic ass town. Probably France or something. I think it's Italy. Anyways, this map fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. I would hate to play this map.
Listen up, Mojo.
It fucking sucks. It has like 2 lanes that you can go down. It technically has 3 because they made it 1 lane that has an upstairs and a downstairs. And in a 2-lane map, it's just a camper's heaven. Like, they just camp the 2 lanes and you're never going to get past. And it just fucking sucked. I didn't like it. We were spawn trapped at one point. Literally, this guy killed our team like probably 20 times in a matter of like 40 seconds. He literally would just spin in circles and just shoot everyone. Just he would go in one corner, shoot everyone, turn around, shoot everyone, turn around. And then he shot one RPG and killed like 6 people at the same time. Killed the entire team with one RPG shot. Just shot it perfectly and boom, everyone that spawned dead. Just fucking dead. And
For some reason, I just pictured Gunny being that guy, spinning in a circle with an analog stick on his controller at fire and getting all these kills.
It was just shitty. I didn't really like that map, but I guess, I mean, if you learn how to play it, you'll probably get better at it or whatever. It's just, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but whatever, Call of Duty. I see you. There's
plenty of other maps to play.
There's new weapons in the map. There's new weapons in the game. Of course, there is the new katana swords. These 2 fucking samurai swords. I want to buy them, but they're $10.
Yeah, I saw those.
But I want them so bad. But they're $10 fucking bucks. Yeah. It's like, dude, $10 for a pair of swords and like a samurai shield for your ride shield that looks like a samurai shield. I'm like, I've been playing a lot of Ghost of Tsushima. Maybe this makes sense. But no, Jesus, no, it's $10 fucking. That's expensive for
Don't do it.
Swords. But I really want the swords, but it's expensive, Gunny. Anyways, I'm playing lots of that lately. And I haven't bought the Battle Pass, even though I'm like level 15 in it now. I still haven't bought it, because the last one I only got to like level 12. So I just wasted like $10 the last time.
Right.
Yeah.
You could have had the swords.
I think we're at season 5 now.
Yeah, I could have had the swords, damn it. Yeah, it is season 5. So season 5, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, or whatever the fuck it's called, hasn't even been announced yet, and it's already August. Can you believe that? Can you fucking believe that?
I know. Is it just gonna announce this thing like right in the beginning of November? Here it is.
Hey guys, Call of Duty Cold War. It's out in 2 days. Go buy it. Go pre-order it now. Go bye. Like, they don't need to announce. They're like Rockstar. They don't need to announce. Rockstar could fucking shit out a game and people would buy it.
They don't need all that hype and pre-orders.
You know what I mean? Cyberpunk doesn't even need to market their game. Like marketing, you don't even need marketing. The marketing is just the people talking about your shit coming out. You don't need to fucking spend $100 million on TV commercials and fucking ads and nothing.
They could just show like Rockstar could just show like a gangster sitting at a table just
smoking a cigar,
eating dinner, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god, it's GTA 6.
Oh my god! Look at the graphics.
Take my money right now.
That steak looks so real. And then you'll have Digital Foundry breaking down the video. Well, if you look here, this right here, it's true 4K textures, and it's running at 110 frames.
If you look at the fork when it goes into the steak.
If you see the lighting here, this is a example of ray tracing being used to the full potential. You know,
he lifts the steak to his mouth. You can see.
They'd be doing some fucking crazy ass breakdown of the fucking stupid ass 10-second trailer or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's literally, they don't gotta do shit. So it's the Call of Duty is the same way.
$100 for this game.
Yeah. Call of Duty is the same shit. They don't gotta do nothing. Literally, the game could drop tomorrow. They could literally release it tomorrow morning, Gunny, and it would be the best-selling game of the fucking year. Literally.
That would be crazy. That would be, I think, it's probably going to be the next Call of Duty, like the fastest selling game of all time.
It sold $20 billion in 2 hours. Whoa. We didn't even have any pre-orders this time, guys. We sold even more than when we had pre-orders. Whoa. Literally, they could do that. They could just be like, tomorrow, hey, by the way, guys, tomorrow, 10 a.m., Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. It's available for download, and it's going to be at the store too, like in 2 days, so you can buy it physical. Goodbye, Gunny.
That's what GameStop needs to do. It just jumped in my mind. GameStop needs to pay Activision and say, we have exclusive rights to the digital copy of Call of Duty, or the physical copy.
Oh, the physical. Yeah.
And people would be lined up at GameStop the next day to buy that damn game. They'd have to hire people to keep working in that store because
it would look like a Raccoon City at night.
You would have to keep the store open 24/7 to help the fucking entire line, literally.
There'd be cop cars upside down,
be fucking
coming out from
riots and shit, you know. People trying to break into GameStop to get their copies of the game. You can't close. I want my copy.
You guys hear gunshots? No, I'm still going for that copy of Call of Duty.
Save
Let's go.
GameStop.
Yeah, Call of Duty can save GameStop. All you heard at GameStop, that's all you need to do to save your company is just pay whatever amount of money Activision wants and have Call of Duty
I think
exclusively at
you
your
keep
store.
mentioning Call of Duty, but I just think like maybe I would say GTA 6 or something. I'm
No.
just thinking of the next.
Call of Duty. All you need is Call of Duty. Fuck GTA, fuck Cyberpunk. All you need is Call of Duty. If you have exclusive rights to Call of Duty at your store every year, if you have exclusive rights to Call of Duty at your store and only at your store, you're going to get customers in that fucking door every fucking day buying copies of that game. Every fucking day.
Let's add a little bit to it. Just say you have to come in to get a PC code.
Oh, that's even worse. You would have people fighting the console. You would have PlayStation people fighting with the Xbox people fighting with the PC people in the line. Fuck you, PC is better. Fuck you, Xbox is better. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have them around where you're at, but where I live here, these stores find like an empty like department store or something like that, and it's like a Halloween store that pops up around Halloween. That's what GameStop will do. They'll just disappear until Call of Duty gets ready to come out. They'll rent storefront, and then everybody will just mob that store. And then when the game has been out for like say a couple months, they'll just close the stores up and they'll just wait, another year. The next game comes out, they'll find another storefront.
Yeah.
They'll just keep on going.
Call it Spirit Call of Duty.
Yeah, like a pop-up store, whatever they're going to call it.
Spirit Call of Duty is what they're going to call it. Those stores are called Spirit Halloween or whatever. They'll call it Spirit Call of Duty. Yeah. And they show up once a year for 2 months around the fall, and then they leave.
There'll be people camped out a month ahead.
I'm telling you, man, that's all you got to do.
You got an encampment.
Call of Duty doesn't need marketing. I think they've realized that this year. They're like, guys, we don't need to market shit. They could literally put like one little message on the Call of Duty game itself. Like in Modern Warfare, they could just put like a message when it turns on. Like, hey, Call of Duty, Cold War, out November 2nd. That's all they have to do. And people would be like, oh my God. Oh my God. Have you seen the banner in Call of Duty that says Black Ops is out in fucking November? Wow. Everyone would have their mind blown.
Do you see that font that it's in? That font is amazing.
You know what they could do? Oh, I know what they could do.
Crisp edges and everything. The contrast.
They could put out
ratio.
codes.
They just gotta do that, Gunny. If you need marketing, just put a fucking ad in your own game. Just a little fucking 5-second thing that says, hey, Call of Duty, stay frosty, coming November, whatever. Who gives a shit? People would lose it. IGN would be talking about it. They'd have fucking a 20-minute fucking video breakdown of us looking for this ad. What does it mean for you? Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But anyways, Call of Duty.
Or they just put it in load screens of their current game.
Yeah.
So while we're sitting there, if we have load screens yet, they'll just have it like November, the next Call of Duty.
Anyways, last thing I gotta say about Call of Duty, speaking of load screens, so one little thing that I found out that I was able to do this, maybe they patched it already, but earlier this week I was playing Demolition. I think it was yesterday morning, actually. I was playing Demolition in Atlas Superstore, so that's the Superstore, supermarketplace. And what happened, I have Call of Duty installed on my NVMe drive, so I always load up first, before everyone. Well, this was really weird for me. I spawned in the game, the countdown was off. How usually you spawn in and there's a fucking video where it shows a helicopter flying in or the vans pulling up or something and your guy jumping out or whatever. Well, I was just on the map, standing there. And it was
yeah, I had that a lot. I thought that was normal.
No, and it goes it went 3, 2, 1. And it's demolition. Go find the explosives and plant the bomb or whatever the fuck the guy says in the beginning of the match. And I'm like, I look around. I turned my character around. I'm like, what the fuck am I here by myself? So I'm running.
People start popping in.
No, I'm running to the objective, Mayo. I'm running to the objective. I literally plant the bomb. I run to the other side of the map where the other team is spawning, stand there as they spawn in, and I kill them all. So I had the bomb planted, ran across the entire map, stood behind the enemy team as they spawned in and killed them all. Like,
guys like you,
how?
Jesus, it's guys like you that give us PC players this bad rep. Them poor guys are probably like, this PC hacker,
They were fucking
he's over here
pissed.
hacking the game.
I could hear.
Files. Now he won't play with us PC people. He's probably on Xbox only now, and no wonder I can't find a match against other Xbox players.
I am disconnecting the all. Everybody plays.
There was this little kid on there. Like, he was like, "What the fuck, Jesus!" He was so fucking mad. He was like fucking furious every time I killed him. He was like, "No fucking way! Fuck you fucking hacker!" He was fucking mad, and I was just laughing every time I would kill him. Because literally, I don't know how this happened. I don't know. Must have been a glitch or something. But I was in the match before everyone else was in the match. And, like, I had enough time to run across the map, plant the bomb, and run to the other side and kill everyone. Like, it was kind of hilarious. I was like, this is crazy. I don't even know how it happened. Because it never happened to me before or since. But I had enough time, like I said, to just load in, be ready, run across the map. I don't know if it was the hard drive, because I have the game installed on that fucking hard drive, or what it was, dude. It was weird, man. It was fucking weird.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. And like I told you before, there's been times where like I spawn into the match and I'm like 40 seconds before everyone. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just sitting there for like 30 seconds waiting for this shit to load.
Yeah, I just thought that was kind of random. I know there was times where you would have that scene where you would drop in the helicopter and stuff, and I know I'd have times where I'd just be standing on the ground and just waiting for people to pop in.
Yeah, I don't know. Usually I always get to be in the helicopter or in the van or whatever, driving up or whatever. Like, it's weird. But yeah, that happened to me yesterday.
Oh, interesting.
I probably got
reported. they probably patched that one.
It's a pretty bad fucking glitch to have, don't you think? Yeah, this guy could spawn in before everyone and run across the map, plant the bomb, and go behind everybody else and then kill them all. Yeah, that's fucking shitty. I felt so bad for doing it, too. I was like, I don't give a shit. Anyone else would have taken the same fucking advantage of this whole situation. Oh, man. Anyways, that's all I've been playing this week, people. That's all I have. Man, what have you been playing?
Oh, man. You know, after recording last week, I thought I was going to get to play so much this week because I was on vacation, had all this extra free time, and sure enough, I spoke too soon because my internet went down on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I didn't get it back until like Thursday night. Damn. So gaming-wise, it became rough because, one, I couldn't download any new stuff. Some of the stuff I could play offline mode, but I had to find something that was single-player and stuff like that. So actually what we ended up playing a lot of was Super Smash Brothers on the Nintendo Switch in the living room. So we ended up having, groups of 4 and 5 and all just battling out on the Switch for a while. And that game has a lot of characters. I can't believe how many characters they have in that game. They have these little squares, and I don't know what the exact number, but it's got to be at least 40. 40 different characters, and they have like all sorts of Nintendo characters that I have no idea who they even were. I have to ask my kids even. They're like, "Oh yeah, that's this person, or that's that person," and yeah, I don't know. I mean, they have like Rob and Duck Hunt and all those on there. They have literally the kid called Ness is on there. The people from what's a game called? It's an ink game. It's like Splatter or something.
Oh,
I don't remember. Splatoon. Yeah, they have people in there from Splatoon. And they even had like Ken and Ryu from Street Fighter on there and just all sorts of characters. But we played that for a couple of days. And I ended up going to I found a little local video game store that does new and used games. And I ended up buying Mario Party for them. And I'm like, you know what? They can play that 4-player. And I completely forgot about Mario Party needing to use the little Switch controllers, the little Joy-Cons. And so I have all these extra regular almost like Xbox looking controllers for the Switch, but none of those work. So we could only play 2 players. So now I have to go back to the game store and buy 2 more Switch Joy-Cons so they can play this game 4-player, which is kind of crappy, I think, on Nintendo, making you go out and buy more Joy-Cons just to play this one particular game. Because I'm never going to use those Joy-Cons any other time except for that game. Because unless I need to replace ones that break on my current Switch. So I thought that was kind of chintzy on them. I think I just not Kind of a cheap move, I think. Just a money grab.
$80 for each Joy-Con pair.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's expensive. That's fucking expensive as shit.
$80 for a set.
And I don't know if they have like a motion in them or something like that. I never used them much. We only played a little bit.
They have like the special like 3D rumble or whatever. I don't know if you ever tested it, but like they have like the special type of rumble. It's called 3D rumble, where like you can like it's almost like it's like a special type of rumble where you could feel like different things. Like like for example, yeah, like if you have like there's balls on the screen or whatever, and you hold the balls in your hand and you play with them. like if you tip your hand backwards or forward, like you can feel and move on the controller like individually, like it's some kind of special like HD Super Rumble type fucking.
Ooh, I don't really like them. They're just too small.
They're tiny as fuck. They're made for like Japanese people hands. I'm sorry, Japanese people listening. You got little tiny hands.
Yeah, so they do. They feel like I'm gonna break them. I feel
we got American hands over here, Gunny, right, Gunny?
Need some big Xbox controller.
Got big American hands. Mm-hmm. Mayo's got the big American Ohio hands.
Your farmer's got some strong hands.
Them big farm man hands.
That's right, y'all.
That's Mayo sitting in his luxury apartment.
That's right. Us farmers over here,
sitting in his fucking high-rise apartment next to a pool.
Everybody listens.
Talking
can
shit
just see
about
him picture next to his tractor.
It's a saltwater pool, Jesus. Get it right.
Oh, okay.
Can't have those chlorine pools around here.
Oh, fancy. Anyways.
But yeah, besides that, playing with the Switch a little bit, and we actually got a lot of use out of it this week since we didn't need the internet, So we played different games. We also played. There was I can't remember the name of the game now. It was like a little 2-player game, Death Squared, and it was just a little 2-player game, puzzle game. My daughter and I played that for a little while, but finally, the internet guy comes back on Thursday and. Come to find out, when he came back twice, like I had the problem on Monday. They came out on Wednesday, and the guy couldn't figure it out. He's like, "Oh, I need to replace the ends," and because it's on fiber. So I have fiber here with the 1 gig down, right, and 1 gig up. And so he's like, "Oh, I just don't know." He's like, "I think there's a break in the fiber line somewhere from here to our pole a mile down the street." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, that sounds great. Sounds like I'm not getting internet for a while." And the next day, he's like, "We need to schedule a guy, to come back." The next guy, this guy has a special tool that tells me how far away the break is. And then we'll pull out the blueprints and we'll know exactly where it is and how to get to it. And I'm like, okay, that still sounds like this is going to be multiple days worth of work, And they come back the next day, which is Thursday. And this specialist guy comes in and he hooks it up. And he's like, "Well, this doesn't seem right." He's like, "It says the break is like 2 millimeters." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, it says like the break is like right here on the end." And so he just had to replace the end. And he's like, that was all it required. So the other guy he came with him, and he probably had to feel pretty dumb because he was here the day before. And he was the guy that was messing with all that. And I think he even replaced the ends. And they just kind of pulled on a little bit, and the whole end came right off the fiber wire. And he's like, "Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. No wonder you're not getting any light through it and, connection and all that stuff." So it took him like 5 minutes to figure it out. They got it hooked up and I had internet again. And just in time, I was starting to go nuts. It felt like I was living in the Stone Age here without...
You're ready to go back and fire up the tractor again.
Right. We're going to fire the tractor up, go cow tipping, do whatever we need to entertain ourselves. But so I think the next night I ended up getting to play a little bit of... Apex Legends, which I haven't heard you talk about that game in a while, Jesus.
I haven't played it in a while, that's why.
And we fired it up, and I actually seen Brink on the Discord, and we actually got Brink and Snickersnee and I were playing together. So we did a couple 3-man playing around in that for a while. And that game is so... With having Snickers, that's like the only game he plays anymore. He's level like 280, and Brink and I were like level 70s. Yeah. And that's just kind of like your experience. But when we would matchmake, his MMR was high enough, we would matchmake, and everybody's like, "This guy has 18,000 kills, and this guy has 30,000 kills, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great. And we would just get murdered left and right. Brink and I was, and so then we tried making it so I was the leader of the party. Maybe it would kind of make it a little easier, and it didn't really change a whole lot. So then we tried ranked, and then it put us in gold. So we're in gold rank.
Playing the
So
elites the whole time.
again, we didn't do great, but we had fun. It was a good time. They've added some stuff probably since you last played Jesus. They added that character Loba, I think it was her name, and she's like a thief. And she was really cool. I don't have her, but Snickers is telling me she has this ability. She can see all the purple and gold or whatever items through the actual chest and pills and through the walls and stuff. So as that character, because she's a thief, she can see all that real high tier loot before you even open up the crates and stuff to get to it. So you can just see it, and then she has like a teleport where she can like teleport really far away, kind of like Wraith.
Yeah, Wraith. That's what I use. But I play that on Xbox.
But yeah, so we played that really late one night, and then the other game this week, Jesus, I've been playing is what you talk about Sony stuff is Horizon Zero Dawn on the PC. Mm-hmm. Getting to check that game out. I'm enjoying it a lot, and it looks really, really good. And I don't know. I haven't seen any videos of any kind of side-by-side comparison or anything like that.
What's your performance like?
Oh, that was my first thing I thought was really weird. And this is, Jesus, yeah, you probably played a lot of PC games now. And tell me, have you ever seen a game when you first loaded on, it took my computer like 10 minutes, and it was analyzing my computer for the best performance. It was trying to do it for me. But
Chinese hackers! This game was owned by Tencent.
Even scarier.
Yeah, it scanned your whole PC.
You have two options on how much data you want to give them. It wants to scan your computer for your basic.
Tencent is now asking you for permission, Mayo.
Then you have another option for even more in-depth, detailed stuff about your PC and your files and all that kind of stuff. So, like, that was kind of crazy.
Do you want to give us a little info or all the info? Tell us.
Right, yeah. But I thought it was weird that the game wanted to optimize itself. It didn't ask me. It was just like, we're going to optimize the game for you. And being on the PC is just, that's what PC people do. They make it how they want it, you know? And so this thing took like 10 minutes. And I was texting Ghost Nico at the time. I'm like, I can't believe how long this is taking. Like, this is taking forever. You know, and I have this i9 processor and all this stuff. I'm like, I should be able to do this relatively quick. And it still took like 10 minutes. Wow. And
make sure it scanned every picture you have.
Yep.
Right.
Facial recognition is activated.
Every GIF, every asset.
They're probably listening on YouTube right now. They probably knew that I was connected to YouTube, and they probably have all your guys' information
they
also.
do too. Hey, you got to scan their computer too. Yeah.
But so finally, this thing does a scan, and the game is running really well. And I go and look at the settings, and it was running like 144 frames, but it's giving me a cutscene. And it's like an in-game cutscene, you know, like the one at the beginning of the game. It just kind of talks about you taking the baby up and how you're an outcast and all that stuff. So I watch that, and I go back, and it finally gives me the title screen with the menus and all that stuff. So I go to settings. First thing I do, turn everything on ultra, turn it to the frame rate was just unlimited. But then it asks you what your frame rate of your monitor is. So I had to put that at 144. So I don't know if that had any effect on anything or not. But on the presets of ultra settings, with this i9 and this 2080 Super at 1440 resolution, Jesus, I'm only getting like 75 to 80 frames.
Yeah. The game I hear is kind of like not the greatest optimized. Some people, even like on 2080 Ti's, are getting like 80. I'm surprised you're getting 70. Like, I'm surprised. I thought you were going to be getting like 50, 60.
Yeah.
But
and even while streaming, though, I actually streamed this game from like startup. Once I actually got to the actual menu part of it, I kind of restarted it, and then I opened OBS. And while streaming, I was still getting 75 or 80. Like OBS and me streaming and uploading and all that didn't affect it at all.
So that's good.
I know there's headroom in the CPU and stuff because the CPU is able to do it, and the GPU is all that. But it just, I don't know. The game still stayed at 75 or 80 frames. You go back.
Why do you think it's throttling that way?
I don't know.
Or is that even what it's doing?
I'm not sure. And it's just kind of weird because, you know, like Death Stranding ran so well. Like it was running 144 frames with the DLSS. But Horizon doesn't have a DLSS option. So that was another thing I thought was kind of unique. I'm like, where is this? And the features and the options under your settings, Jesus, there's not a lot. You can do, like how some games will have like multiple pages of settings that you can change. You can like change the water reflections and the motion blur and the particles and the render scale and all that kind of stuff.
Shadows and all that.
This doesn't have that many options. It only had like one page. You didn't really have to scroll down. You just kind of go through and I put everything on ultra. And I mean, it plays really good. I mean, I'm not having.
How does it look? Should I buy this? Because
I think it looks great.
Because I have this on the PS4. I have like 2 versions. I bought it twice on the PS4 for some reason.
I just don't know how much better it looks. I guess I could say you should go back and look at my VOD on my stream because it is up and you can watch it, but you're only going to see the VOD at 1080p, but it's running at 60 frames on the VOD. So,
well, or you just go watch a 4K version on YouTube or something.
But I think it looks really, really good.
4K,
there is, you probably know, but there's tons of grass and stuff in this game, it seems like. And moving through it, it just feels really dense and thick. And you're just, as you're moving through the grass, it bends and reacts really nice to your character. So, and I don't know if that can probably be a huge resource hog, and then maybe they added more grass. That's what they typically do in open world games on the PC. Graphically, they're going to add more foliage and a better draw distance and stuff like that. I didn't have any kind of pop-ins. I didn't have any kind of slowdowns. Everything ran really well. But I just don't know how much better graphically it is than the PlayStation Pro version. I don't know what they've added or anything like that. I haven't watched any video comparing the two or anything like that. But I feel like it looks amazing. And the one thing I noticed the most, I thought, was the audio. The audio quality is really, really good compared to most games I've played. The beginning of the game where you start off as a little girl and you fall down in that cave and it's kind of dark and you see the light coming through, that all looked amazing. It almost looked like it was ray tracing, which it doesn't have a ray tracing option, but it almost looked like ray tracing. It looked that good. But the audio felt very stereo, kind of like that video that Epic did with the PlayStation 5. It just sounded like the 3D audio was really good, and it's been really good throughout so far.
Yeah, that game is fucking cool. I like the game. Like I said, I bought it once, and I bought it again. I think I bought it twice because the second time I bought it was the Ultimate Edition. I think it was on sale for like $20.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is going to be $49. I think I paid $52.
I bought that for the PS4. I think I bought the disc version before I started game sharing, and I have installed it and have not played it.
It's a good game. I never beat it. I got pretty far in it, though.
It does come with all the DLC also. So you get it's like a Game of the Year edition, basically. Yeah. You get everything with it. So, but it doesn't look like an old game. I know it's been out for a couple of years now. It looks like a brand new release kind of game. To me, it looks way better than Death Stranding does. And so I'm impressed with the way it looks, and I'm enjoying the gameplay. The aiming is really nice with mouse and keyboard. The controls with mouse and keyboard are really nice. Everything is pretty much real close to your WASD. Like Q is your health, and E is your I think it's your interact. The only thing that's kind of weird is F and G. You have to use F for a couple of things to interact, I think, too, and then G is something, and then V is your digital thing where you can scan stuff and stuff like that. So a little bit of that takes some getting used to, but the mouse feels really responsive. The aiming feels really nice, and that's probably where you'll really like it. Jesus, the aim with mouse and keyboard, compared to an aim with a controller, just feels so much more fluid.
Nice.
Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it. I was hoping to get back into some Rogue Company again this week. I know you were gone last week when we talked about that.
I heard about it. I kind of want to check it out. It sounds cool.
Yeah, and I didn't get a chance to get back into that. And then my son keeps asking me to play Valorant with him. They came out with a new season this week, and he wants me to play that with him, but I haven't had time to jump in there yet either. Maybe tonight.
Valorant's fun.
But that's it on my end.
Gunny.
What about you, Gunny?
Oh, about me. So what I've been playing, a little bit of Call of Duty Plunder mode. I love the Plunder mode. Jesus, I love that mode. It's awesome. It's just, for me, it's relaxing because it's just no pressure. Die as much as you want. Keep respawning, coming back, and go with the rest of your team or not. Just go it alone, man. Just go off in another direction and collect money and find guns and shoot the other team if you can find them. Yeah, and that game looks phenomenal on PC. So install another 50 gigs, Activision. I don't care. It looks great.
He says, "I don't care." Gunny with all the hard drive space in the world over there,
All
evidently.
the hard drive
Well,
space.
I did look. I deleted a bunch of games off of my Steam library to kind of make room for it. So
You know what I want to play?
half full.
I want to play Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, I fired that
Yeah.
up last night. Check that out, but I didn't play it.
But the reason I brought that up was because you speaking of like deleting games. All my Xbox Game Pass games that I have installed, I never play. Never. I have like 7 or 8 of them installed, and I'm like, oh, that looks cool. I'm gonna play it. Nope, never touch them, ever.
I've been playing it myself. I've been playing them.
I only play Red Dead. Let me tell you the games I play on the PC: Red Dead, Battlefront, Battlefield, Call of Duty. Like
Yeah,
4
so
fucking
if you want to be
games.
less than a AAA.
Like 4 fucking games is all I've. Anything else is just I don't want to even play.
I hear you. Sometimes I'm like, I only just want to play Call of Duty and City Skylines or something. Just like
I want
Like you
to.
need Horizon on the PC.
I
then.
want to be graphically blown away. I just turn on Red Dead for like 20 minutes. I just run around the map like, oh,
Yeah.
whoa, look at that tree, whoa.
even with my 1070 Ti over here, I'm just like on my 144 hertz 1440p. I'm just like, man, this reminds me of like playing Gears 5, you know, and just
What does
ultra
Gears
settings.
5 look like on? Did I play that on the PC? I did, didn't I?
I don't know.
I did. That was
I
last
think.
year.
I
That was
think I
last
still
year.
have it installed on my PC.
When the fuck did I get this? I got it last year, right? This year. Last.
But have you played Gears 5 since you bought your new GPU?
Oh, I haven't.
Yeah.
I should check out that.
Dude, fire that up,
sand.
put everything on ultra, you'll be blown away.
Ideas. That's like 200 gigs I gotta install.
Yeah, it's a big file.
Fuck all that. Anyways, go keep
But
going.
yeah, Call of Duty plunder mode. I've been doing pretty good. I've been coming in like second in my team for
Have
just
you, Gunny?
collecting money.
Have you?
Yeah, and then it's like I feel like a winner here, Jesus, because I'm only getting like maybe I'll get like 3 kills, but I'll be at like the top of my team. I'm not like trying to.
Gunny, are you
I'm
gonna
not
carry me?
competing with-
Is this what you're saying? You're gonna carry me if I play multiplayer with you?
No, I think you'll still beat me, but I think I'll feel like I'm contributing because I'm finding money, I'm depositing money, and yeah, I feel like it's
you know who's really
the 4
good?
of us.
Who's really good at games like this? Brink.
Is he? I know he's always wanting to play Apex, but I got
Brink is really good at shooters. I'll give him that. He is.
Yeah,
I
he
think
is.
he's better than me at shooters. Sometimes I could beat him in Call of Duty. Like I think sometimes we're up there like pretty on par. But I still think he's better than me because he plays so much Destiny. He literally is like in the top 1% in the world. For Destiny. He is.
That's funny because when we played Apex, he was talking about Destiny.
He literally is. I think he told me the other day that he looked at his stats on the PC and he's in the top 1% in the world on like kills and rank or some shit like that. And then he's in the top like 2% of like skill. I'm like, holy shit, dude. Yeah, and that's in the world. Like, that's on PC, I think. So it's fucking crazy. Like, because the other day, I think what was I playing? Was it Battlefield or Battlefront? We were playing something the other day. And like literally every match, I would be on top in the beginning. I'd be like fucking 10, 15 kills in. But at the end of the match, sure enough, here's fucking Brink with like 23 fucking kills or something. I'm like, how the fuck did he pass me? When the fuck did he get all these kills? But he'd be like on top of the leaderboard every fucking time. I'm like, this guy's fucking good. But I'm just thinking because it's Destiny. Destiny is such a fluid game that I feel like it probably hones your fucking like your shooting and your aiming skills on the PC, but probably a lot. Because it's so fast, you know, like, yeah, turn around and know your abilities and your keybinds and all that shit. But he's good.
Yeah, see, he is good, and I haven't but But like, for example, like, and that's why I'm just being humble here and thinking like, hey, look, guys, I actually contributed being on your team, Jesus and Brick or somebody, like
I got money.
I got all this money.
I got money, guys. I got
It was a shooter, man.
I got the monies.
Hey, Gunny, did you kill anybody? No, I got money.
I got 2 kills.
I got money, guys.
You know how it's like, it probably tracks it, but it's not showing that you died 10 times.
Yeah.
Now I just see Gunny running toward us with the briefcase of money as he's getting mowed down, and the money's like flying toward us.
I got money. Take the money. Just throwing the case at us.
Like slow motion in a movie, like he's throwing the money at us as he's getting gunned down from behind. I did it, guys.
That's cool, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it, though, Gunny. Like honestly.
Yeah, I am.
Call of Duty's a
I'm
blast.
actually surprised because normally I'm intimidated by shooters, that. But yeah, playing on PC, I'm playing with mouse and key or with a controller.
Oh,
I still suck at that. I like that it's just you only get that option, right? You got to change it in the settings, and
oh yeah,
it's like
I'm
almost tempted to just get the multiplayer, just pay the money for the full, play more maps. But I don't know, I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet.
The game is
but
a lot
I love
of fun,
watching
man.
it. I watch it on Twitch all the time, just multiplayer.
The multiplayer is a lot of fun for me. Like I could play that for 20 hours straight, probably.
I feel like Warehouse, or is it Containers? What's that small map
Shipment.
that everybody...
Shipment.
Oh, yes. So there's something about Shipment where I'm watching a stream, right? I mean, I have played this before. I own it on
Shipment
Xbox,
is nuts.
But I love it when everybody's doing, is it rocket launchers only or pistols only or or whatever weapon only? And I feel like it's just like that's a nice break between like other game modes.
I run with either a shotgun or like a light machine gun in that map. Because you have a light machine gun, you don't really have to reload often. You can just fucking sit there in the corner and just fucking mow down the enemy team, dude. Just what they're like an M91 or whatever. Just sit there to just fucking shoot the shit out of that fucking team.
You know what I've always complained about? Like I just hate dying like every 5 seconds. Well, but for that match, yes, you're going to. But then you're going to respawn right away.
Yeah, you're like respawn literally like in 2 seconds. Boom, you're back.
That's where I give the game a pass. Where I'm like, that's all right. I'm just going to respawn like 3 seconds later.
The other day, I played a match on that fucking map, and they increased the kill count to like 150 kills. Dude, we were playing in that thing for like 10 minutes. It was fucking insane. Just fucking helicopters and airstrike, UAV online, UAV online, UAV.
Yeah,
that's
funny.
all you fucking heard. All you heard was the guy constantly announcing like, UAV online, enemy counter UAV up, like, enemy advanced radar online. It's like all this just constant fucking kill streaks just being called in. I was like, oh fuck, dude. This is just, you had like no moment to chill. You have to constantly just keep fucking shooting at everything you see moving because everyone's just sliding around. And then there's these people that have like those sticks. Have you seen those sticks, Gunny? The sticks in Call of Duty?
No.
They're a melee weapon, just like the sword. But you get these 2 sticks. You get the sticks, and the fucking sticks, you can run really fucking fast with these sticks, and you just hit people, and it fucking kills them with one hit.
See, that's entertaining to me.
So that shit is fucking nuts, dude. Just watching people, this dude running around with sticks in his hand, like a rice shield on his back, so you can't shoot him in the back while he's running. He fucking runs at you, hits you with the fucking stick. It's so hilarious.
Yeah, I want to get it just to play Shipment. But other than Call of Duty, I've been playing currently today and throughout this week, I've been playing a game called Observation. This is on Xbox Game Pass. I think I started off on PC, but then moved over to the actual console itself. And yeah, I've actually made it. I'm probably maybe 3 hours into this game, and it's pretty cool so far. Where you play as like an AI character, and you're on like this space station, and there's one other human female astronaut on there, and so you're just supposed to help and guide. Well, she's giving you commands, and then you're just like running diagnostics and just other things that you're supposed to access the space station itself. And so far, it's like, I think I texted you guys like, hey, this game's making me smarter, guys. But like it's you're just learning more about the space station and how to bring power online. And then at some points you'll be able to, because since you can access like the cameras and and gain access to other parts of the ship, you're also like this like floating ball or whatever, where you can move around the ship, but I guess you can't get to every part of it probably till later in the game. But I've been able to go outside of the station itself, where you find out I think it's Mars you're at. What's the one with the rings? Is that Mars? Anyway,
Saturn?
so that could be Saturn, right? Because then it's kind of cool.
I'm pretty sure Mars doesn't have rings around.
Saturn, thank you. I know, like I remember cool. I know my planets.
The listeners are probably like, "What the fuck are we listening to?"
Mars doesn't have rings, you idiot. Saturn, thank you. It's been a while, guys. Cool. But so what's cool is, like, do you remember that movie Space Odyssey 3000 or whatever the fuck it was called? Was it Hal? He was like the AI. This is what it reminds me of in a way, because he kind of talks like Hal. He's like, "What would you like me to do, Emma?" Or whatever her name. I think her name's Emma. Your name's Sam. And and she'll give you a command. But you go outside of the space station and you access like a panel and you take stock of what the damage is to the ship. But it's kind of cool because she's just like, what's going on? How did I get here? And she can't find the other people on the space station or reach them.
Couldn't you, as an AI, just scan the ship and tell her, like, "Hey, everyone died because some alien got on here and killed everything, and you're the last one. Go to this escape pod and leave." Game over. Game over in 2 minutes.
or just can I just blow the ship up and be the end?
Yeah, I'm the AI.
Open up every hatch.
Initiate self-destruct mode. Shit's gonna blow up in 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes to escape, lady. Goodbye. That's what you gotta do, Gunny.
So there's a couple parts, like in the beginning of the game, where she even says to you, like, "Okay, on my mark, we're gonna do whatever to access this port or whatever." And then she's like, 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, I forgot what it was on the controller. Was it A, B, X, Y? And then she'll get mad at you. Come on, Sam, you're an idiot. What are you doing? Like, she did that twice to me.
Sam,
I think the game gives
initiating
you a path.
ignore mode. I ignore you, lady. Fuck you. Don't talk to me ever again. Yeah.
And as far as graphics, they're okay. They're not the best. And like, you can be in the same module as her, where let's say that you're going to either access a laptop or whatever, and then she'll kind of just like be frozen in time in a way, like she's not blinking. But so they didn't do like a lot to her as a character. So it's not like, super AAA title here.
What game is this?
But it's good so far.
What game is this shit? I'm tired. What is this shit? What are you talking about?
Observation, man. This is a good Game Pass game.
Oh, God.
The mystery is
it sounds thrilling, Gunny.
I find it thrilling. I want to know what we're doing, why I've brought her to Saturn, because it does say take her there or whatever. Like that'll flash across the screen.
There's a lot of Game Pass games.
Mystery.
Holy shit, there's so many of them.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
I'm on here.
Always adding games.
I'm on here right
speaking
now.
of that,
There's so many.
Speaking of that, guys, I actually completed a game this week because I had time, and
wow.
I sat down and played a game called The Tourist.
Is that good? I see it on here.
I thought it was good. I think the reason that I liked it so much
What is this shit?
is because it just maybe I've just had that itch so long to play like a Lego game. And this is very much like a Lego Crossy Roads meets, a blocky style type, cartoonish game. And what's kind of cool about it is like where you start off, you're this German tourist who comes to Touryst Island, right? Very cliche, I guess. And it's like every time you jump, it'll make like that Yoshi's Island, Yoshi sound, but it's like, I think I would say light on the puzzles because they were easy for me, easy to complete. Like, okay, that's common sense. That's pretty easy to, you'll run into this guy who will tell you like, hey, you got to get these 4 things to find out what the mystery is. And I know you love a good mystery and you want to find out what's at the end of this, so you'll go to these other islands and complete these other objectives and you'll find like the cave or whatever, the monument or something. But I feel like also I like the pacing is fast, but it's like a good kind of fast where you can get to it quickly, complete it, come back, activate whatever this thing is to get to the end game.
Whoa!
I think it probably took me probably 5 hours, I would say. But I did a lot of exploring, like trying to, like exploring every inch of the island, talking to every person on there. There's not a lot. Like each person was either just like, "Hey, what's up? What's going on?" Or I'm just chilling here on this island, man. Or or somebody did have an objective for you. One of them would be in a good example where you come up and there's a DJ and he's playing and people are dancing. He's like, "I need some music, man." Like, "Oh, okay. I know where the music store is on this other island." Right. And basically what it is you'll go up to the guy in the boat, right? He'll say, "Hey, where do you want to go?" "I want to go back to Fiji Island," right? But Fiji's spelled differently. Or whatever island is called. And then it just 4 seconds later, the ship will speed up and you're at that next island, and it's small enough to where you know exactly where to go and exactly what to do. It was very fluid. It was good. I enjoyed it. I didn't do every side objective, but
heads up to everyone with Game Pass out there. People, there's bonuses on Game Pass now. Woo! So I'm on here right now.
Those are the claim your perks? Is that the ones?
Brother, yeah. So I got a new Nightshite Parrot bundle for Sea of Thieves.
I got that too.
There's some Spotify shit on here. There's some Postmates Unlimited membership, 3 months for free. There's some World of Tanks stuff. There's some Phantasy Star Online 2 stuff.
Is it Smite? There's some stuff for Smite on there, which is a high-res game. I think that was the MOBA game we were thinking of. The Spotify. I keep trying to reclaim that for under a different email to get, what is it, 3 months?
6 months.
3 months. 6 months free.
Is it, wow, 6 months free?
Yeah, that's $60 right there.
Yeah, that's
I wonder how that would work with me because I currently have Spotify, but I haven't bundled with Hulu, so
you have to be a new member. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I tried to claim it again. It was like, "Hey, you already claimed this. What are you doing?" I kept trying it. Can I use a different email? No, you can't. You're using your Microsoft email, fool. You're not going to trick us. Darn it. But yeah, the Touryst. It's good if you like Lego style type games and easy achievements. So yeah, go get that. Pick that up, play it. And what else? What else have I played? Oh, I started up another Phantasy Star Online 2. And I know this is an older game from 8 years ago. They're coming out with a new one. I think it's called Genesis. I don't know what that entails, if it just adds to the Phantasy Star universe. But when I play this, it reminds me of a 360 game, especially graphically. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely what do I call it? An MMO style type game. Meet up with other players. Go on these other adventures and complete other objectives. But so far, it's the combat's good. I don't understand some of the weapons. I know Mojo Red said he's played this and he'd team up with me. But I feel whenever I'm choosing the katana and a gun, I start off and I just have a bow and arrow. I don't know. Maybe I just need to play through more of it. But there is a glitch I noticed where, because I did play the beta to this game, where if you start off and you say, "Hey, I want to start off in the prologue," if you do that and you create your character, it'll say error. So you'll go through it and it'll just say servers are offline. I'm what the fuck? So I did that twice and it still failed out on me. So I just went right to the regular game. But yeah, might be a pay-to-win game. Who knows? There's just so many other microtransactions and coins you can buy from the store, but we'll see. I like the combat. That's why I'm playing it. Characters look cool. So
nice.
Yeah, I think there's 3 or 4 different classes, but there's one that's like humans, and they're exactly the same. But you still get to be a hunter, or or as a heavy, or maybe a magician, but they just call it something else. But yeah, I think I just kind of went middle of the ground. The one that I got was a ninja, where he was doing karate, in the, on the screen. I was like, okay, I'll do that one. So yeah, I'm going to continue to play it, see how it goes. Maybe team up with other people. So, but that's pretty much that. All I played this week.
Very good. Have you ever played it? Have you put any more time into Grounded?
No, I haven't played it at all this week.
Because that was one I wanted to play before my internet had gone down. and get a good feel of that. And not, it has a single player mode, but since it's a Game Pass game, it required to verify Game Pass before I could launch it, even though it was installed on my PC. So I couldn't play it because I thought, oh, maybe I can check that game out because it has a single player mode. I could just play through that, but no, I had to verify my Game Pass before I could launch it. So I ended up playing a couple. I didn't mention earlier, I did play a little game for a little bit called I think it's Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, and you just kind of put down just random troops and and just make them. You can watch them fight, or you can take control over one of them. And we did stupid stuff like 1,000,000 chickens against Chuck Norris. Because they have all these mods you can download, and Chuck Norris is just kicking them. All you just see all these chickens just go flying through the air. But Chuck Norris in this game is like really OP. Like he's like almost indestructible. So you can nuke the map at like whenever you want, and even a nuke doesn't kill the Chuck Norris. The ground is all gone, and Chuck Norris is just like still walking around like in this big crater.
He's gonna go your go-to, apocalyptic, teammate. It reminds me of what is it? Tabs, right? For short, totally accurate. Yeah.
It's something like that in a way.
Which is on Game Pass, by the way. But I haven't played it because I played it on PC. I played it on your account, right, man?
Yeah, it's such a good game. Yeah, this Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator game is pretty good, and it's more realistic looking than like what Tabs is. Tabs has got that very much cartoon look, and this game is everything looks realistic, and you have like a realistic looking map. And when you have multiple choices of maps, you set your map, you can put where the people spawn at and like how many, spawn, and then you just hit like spacebar or K to start, and they all start rushing at each other, and you can just watch the battle unfold and see what happens, It's real simple.
That.
Yeah, it's a fun little game.
I might just buy that for my son. And look for something for him to fun to.
And evidently, as strong as my CPU is, when you put like billions of characters on screen at a time for the computer to control, the CPU still really has to work hard. A couple times my boy was doing it, and we got down to like 15 frames a second. The game was just chugging like it. Just the CPU just couldn't do it.
How is your thermal heat levels on that?
Oh, good. It stays in the 40 range. And then like my GPU stays in the 40s and the CPU, so
nice
and cool.
Yeah, and so far for my PC, ever since I bought that CPU and everything, and everything just stays right where it should. The only time it heats up is like obviously in the summer and the door's closed, and just the room is hotter, and it just kind of matches the PC case heater.
Yeah, burrs
heat levels. But
Jesus, I think that's it. I think Gunny's done talking about what he's been playing.
Good stuff. Woo! Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
What else we got? What else?
It's news time.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, did we upgrade our sound machine? We got a breaking news thrown in there now. We have the sound effect and a voice in there now.
Yeah.
High tech.
Well, Aeon Must Die was the game revealed at yesterday's Sony State of Play. That's on Thursday's State of Play. This is a beat-em-up fighter game that looked very interesting with a vibrant Tron-esque aesthetic. However, it looks like there's unresolved issues behind the scenes at the studio, as on the same day another version of the trailer was uploaded to YouTube that linked to a Dropbox folder. It reveals that all of the Estonian studio Limestone game developers recently quit due to conflict, abuse, harassment, and severe crunch. It goes without saying that this isn't a typical situation, with what amounts to a whole development team publicly announcing their resignation exactly when their game is being shown off at a fucking huge event. So it says here, after watching both the original trailer and the trailer during the State of Play side by side, they are clearly different. It looks like the State of Play one does actually have some extra scenes in it. This is important to note because the original trailer upload says this. It says, quote, "People who have worked on every shot of this, are no longer with the company holding IP rights. So we're not even paid for their work. Oh, so we're not even paid for the work. This trailer has a pending conflict of IP. The real IP for the game was stolen from the creators via foul play. Final reaction of the publisher to this information remains to be seen. Says here, only at the last minute before the state of play on August 6th do the team manage to get a hold of the publishers ahead of legal, who says the publisher sees no issues with the trailer and that it would be an amazing push for the game. So it says here that the team put together a Dropbox. You can actually download it. The public can download it right now. I could send you a link, Mayo. You want a link?
Yeah, send me a link. We'll check it out.
This contains statements and evidence of details, some of which, such as names, have been redacted for legal reasons. It details how 8 of the employees at Limestone Games, including the founder, all resigned due to endless crunch, harassment, corruption, and manipulation, Gunny.
Yikes.
Says here. Yeah, so they all quit. They all fucking
Sounds a little rough.
Yeah.
let me. I'm looking. I'm in the file, guys. I'm in here.
What does it say?
I'm in here. All right, let's look at the resignation letter. Oh man, this is like a lot. This is like audio files in here. There's pictures. There's a letter to the main shareholder. History of the team leaving. Threat letter from Yaroslav. Let's look at this threat letter. Oh, this is all I can. This is in a different language. I cannot read this. I need to translate this, Gunny. Yeah.
Damn, but look in here. It just talks about the CEO getting rid of the project team as soon as possible without paying them a criminally minimal expense.
Yeah.
That's...
I can't believe they legitimately uploaded the entire data onto the public Dropbox.
They burnt that studio to the ground.
Yeah, they fucking fuck you, motherfuckers. Yeah. That's the way to
This will make a great TV show.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be like a cool, like a Netflix documentary. Guys, let's do this. We're calling it. We're calling dibs on this documentary for Netflix. Netflix, we need you to greenlight us. We're going to fly to wherever this studio is. Where's this studio from? Yeah. Poland or something?
Come on, be Rio.
So we're going to fly out there, Netflix, and we're going to talk to all these guys and do a documentary. Yeah. Anyways, there's that. So that game might not come out, or it might come out. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, it'll be in legal battles for a while.
Moving on to more news. Microsoft says that there are no changes being made to Xbox Live Gold right now.
As
I think that's the email they sent us, right, Jesus? We were talking about them 2 weeks ago, and they sent us that email.
Hey, guys, stop fucking saying we're going to cancel Xbox Live Gold. Okay, whatever, Phil. Whatever. We hear you. We hear you, dude. Over the past few weeks, speculation has intensified that Xbox Live Gold, the paid subscription required for playing games online on the Xbox, would be going away in some capacity. This speculation has further ramped up when people notice that some changes to the legal terminology in Microsoft Services Agreement, mentions of Xbox Live were changed to Xbox Online Service, Gunny. Further exacerbating the matters, the multiplayer in Halo Infinite has been revealed as completely free to play. Yeah. Unfortunately, this appears that nothing is going to be changing on that front, at least in the immediate future. They reached out to Microsoft for comment on some of the rumors and speculation around the Xbox Live Gold leaving, and Microsoft spokesperson said this. The update to Xbox Online Service in the Microsoft Services Agreement refers to the underlying Xbox service. That includes features like cross-saves and friend requests. This language update is intended to distinguish that underlying service and the paid Xbox Live Gold subscription. There are no changes being made to the experience of the service or Xbox Live Gold. Dun, dun, dun.
No, they're not going to lose all that money. That's a ton of money they take in every month.
This, to be known, though, as Xbox Live Gold is only for the console players. If you are an Xbox Game Pass PC subscriber, you do not need Xbox Live Gold to play multiplayer games with people on the Xbox, just so you know. So like if Mayo and I were to cancel like our Ultimate subscriptions and just go with like PC Game Pass.
Right, the $5 version.
The $5 version. We could still play multiplayer with all the Xbox people. We just...
Yeah, the only thing you're not getting is the 2 free games a month.
Why am I doing this? Why I should change this. What am I doing, Mayo? Why am I paying them $15
No.
a month?
Isn't it?
No, you don't have an Xbox
What's
anymore.
the PC version?
I don't even have
What's
an
the PC
Xbox.
price?
$5.
Okay, the PC is 5. The console is 10.
Yeah, but together it's 15, and now that's what I'm paying them. But why?
Yeah,
Okay, so you're paying for
for
both.
both, and you don't have the Xbox anymore.
Yeah,
Well, did you buy like a yearly card or a
I
free
must
or
have
6
I
months?
must have done like something where like I think I prepaid for like 2 years or something. Why did
I think I prepaid
What?
for a year and a half.
Why did I do this? What the fuck?
But well, yeah, it was like it was $1 a month. That's why.
You know, I know how you fix this, Jesus. Go out and buy an Xbox.
You can't find them. You can't find an Xbox One X. You just can't. Every store you go to, every store you go to, they're sold out. Also, PS4 Pro sold out everywhere you go. You cannot find a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X. You want one? You got to buy it. You got to buy it used. It was with some roaches inside of it or something, and some rats inside there and shit. And like, fuck all that, dude.
Yeah, it's not like 8 years ago.
You just
A
find them.
launch where you were able to just kind of ease into the next console. But now it's like they kind of smartened up where they're like, nope, you either got to buy the new console or
Yeah, you're fucked.
stick with the old one.
No more Xbox One X's. I told you why. You know why they're doing that, right, Gunny? You know why they're getting rid of the Xbox One X?
I always thought they should have done that. Well, I would think that it's because they want you to buy the new console.
No, it's because the Xbox Series X is a stupid fucking name, and they know people are going to get it confused. So they're like, you know what? We need to get rid of this other one first, and then we got to put out the other one. Because people are going to be too stupid at the store. And be, I want the Xbox, the X. Which one? The X. Which one, lady? The one that's cheaper? The one that's cheaper. Okay, here you go. And they're going to be fucking buying the Xbox One X's for $400 or whatever instead of the new one for $500.
Little Billy is going to be sad for Christmas time.
What is this, Mom? I didn't want this shit.
I have an Xbox One X, Mom.
Well, okay, hold on. But if you're at GameStop, they're going to be like, so the X, okay. Oh, you know what? We have a used one here for $3.99. I'll take that one, I guess. But if you're at Target or probably Walmart, Costco, they're going to be the only thing they're going to have on their shelves is the new X.
Yeah,
Series X.
I wonder how much it costs at GameStop for a used Xbox. All right, $359.99 for pre-owned or refurbished.
Like how I paid $2.99 for my One X with a bundled game.
Yeah, $359.99. Oh,
I can almost go trade it in and get probably $5 back from GameStop.
you probably could.
All right, guys, I got a question for you.
What? What's the question?
Looking at here, we're seeing that Halo Infinite is free to play, right? So it won't require gold. It's going to be on Steam. I was just waiting for confirmation. I knew it was coming to Steam. It was just waiting for confirmation. What was that? Last week or 2 weeks ago, they confirmed it. Does that mean now? What about when the next Battlefield comes out? Does that have to be free? Or, how does that work? Because now we're seeing like all the shooters are all free to play. I mean, not all of them, but
no.
I mean, Call of Duty kind of came out with Warzone after launch, but I'm just thinking of your Apex.
Why it doesn't have to be free?
Why?
Because Call of Duty isn't free.
No, I guess I meant. Well, it's going to have a story, but that separate multiplayer portion of it is going to be.
But maybe the multiplayer is what he's talking about. Like you could literally just maybe have a multiplayer version that's going to be free.
Right. So what if
maybe mean
like a special
Battlefield
mode
comes out, we know it's going to be on Steam, right? Because I think even Origin has even said like, look, we want to kind of be like everywhere, right? So they've been putting their games on Steam. So I think we might get a free multiplayer version.
I mean, I guess if you think about it, there's a free variant of almost every shooter out there right now. It feels like Call of Duty, Fortnite, PUBG's on Game Pass, Apex.
But it's not free on Steam.
Free.
That's the other thing.
What's the other big shooters? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Battlefront isn't free, but again, that kind of falls in with the Battlefield category. So most of its competition has a free mode of some form.
But you can argue that Battlefield and Battlefront are free when you have the EA Access Origin Premier or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like you can't just get it. Yeah.
What, Gunny? What, Gunny? It's $100 a year, Gunny. It's cheaper than Game Pass for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm
What's
just thinking
up
it's
now?
going to be.
Fuck you. Fuck you and Xbox. It's free. Ah!
You're paying a monthly subscription.
You're paying $100. It's cheaper than Game Pass, motherfucker. You.
That is true.
Yeah. What's up
true.
now?
I need to update my
Who's the real
account.
evil company? Is it EA or Microsoft?
Does anybody own the Origin Game Pass thing?
No.
No.
But,
No,
but
Yeah.
It's right there beside Ubisoft. Ubisoft stuff.
But I mean, it's the truth. If you want to argue that it's free, Gunny, huh? You gotta have Game Pass or whatever. Fuck. I guess
No,
you don't. You don't for
Steam.
Halo. You don't for Halo.
I'm
but
diverting my question to Steam over here. Well,
I'm
Steam
diverting you back to Origin. I don't know, man. Who knows?
I think it will be. Just my opinion.
Speaking of Halo Infinite, apparently now they're adding another co-developer. That's right. Halo Infinite developer 343 Industries is now getting more help with the development of the next generation Halo game. San Jose, California-based studio Sperasoft is now working alongside 343 Industries on the game. They are at least the second co-developer on the game, following another developer, Skybox Labs, who also joined 343 in helping them. Apparently 343 is a real shitty studio that doesn't know how to make their own fucking game. They need
They need a lot of help.
they need a lot of help from two other studios.
Is it a timing thing, I wonder, because of COVID?
I don't know what it is. Says here, on Halo Infinite, Sperasoft is, quote, contributing to the game's content across multiple development mandates, developing components of the game and experience, working closely with our new partners at 343. It is an honor to contribute to the most famous first-person shooter series in the world and to support the next generation of the Halo franchise, Sperasoft's Dennis Larkin said in a statement. Apparently, Sperasoft has a lot of experience helping other developers on the project. The studio has also contributed to games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Gunny, Anthem,
good one.
Anthem Mayo,
Dumpster fire.
Mass Effect Andromeda, and Rainbow Six Siege,
Okay.
among many others. It says here, some people on Twitter wondered if the addition of another co-developer meant that Halo Infinite might be in trouble or that it could lead to a too many cooks situation. But apparently this is not the case, according to the Halo community manager, John Junishek. He said, as a few others have said in their replies, it is normal for big games these days to have co-developers, and Sperasoft are pros. Yeah. Additionally, as noted, they've been partnering with us for a long time or for a while, so this isn't really new news or cause for alarm. It says here the Assassin's Creed franchise is known for its high co-development counts. This year's Assassin's Creed Valhalla was worked on by 15 different studios. It was also recently reported that 14 studios helped Naughty Dog to complete The Last of Us Part 2. Yeah, it says here, as for other things, Skybox Labs has been helping 343 Industries since 2018 on AI, gameplay, networking, and graphics features, Gunny.
Yeah, there's a ton of support studios out there. Yeah, but I think it's also odd that now we see this article with, they should have shown that months ago. I don't know. GameStop should have reported that instead of coming out now.
You think it would be almost done because we're a couple months away.
I think they saw all the lash they got from the graphics people.
I think so too.
Them. And they're like, you know what? We need to fucking spruce up these graphics before people make fun of Craig the Brute again. Poor Craig. Anyways.
And multiplayer, that's going to be that'll be like a game and preview thing, I think, because it's obviously they haven't shown like 1 second of gameplay unless they're going to show it this month. I don't know, but they're just so quiet about it.
Stop asking so many questions, Gunny. Okay?
I don't like it, Microsoft.
Phil Spencer just texted me, told me to tell you to stop asking so many damn questions.
Phil, tell us when we can pre-order the damn box. That's what I want to know.
He's tired of your shit, he says.
Sorry, Uncle Phil.
Sony has now confirmed which of your PlayStation 4 accessories will work on the PlayStation 5, Mayo. Get ready.
None of them.
Get ready to use your accessories. Just here in the post on the PlayStation blog, they shared that the following accessories will work on the PS5, including specialty peripherals, such as officially licensed racing wheels, arcade sticks, and flight sticks. Will work with PS5 games and supported PS4 games. The Platinum and Gold wireless headsets, as well as third-party headsets that connect via USB port or audio jack, will work on the PS5. The headset companion app is not compatible with the PS5, though. Gunny, sorry. DualShock 4 wireless controller and PlayStation officially licensed third-party gamepad controllers will work with supported PlayStation 4 only games. Only PS4 games, not PS5 games. Both the PlayStation motion controllers and the PlayStation VR aim controller will work with supported PlayStation VR games on the PS5. Says here, we believe that the PS5 game should take advantage of the new capabilities and features we're bringing to the platform, including the features, Gunny, of the new DualSense wireless controller. Dun dun dun. Says here, the PlayStation camera will work with PS5 for playing supported PSVR games. It will require a PlayStation camera adapter that will be provided at no additional cost to PlayStation VR users. I need an adapter. What the fuck? More details.
But you're only going to get one, just to mention.
More
right,
details.
and then it'll be on eBay for $50.
How to get the adapter will be announced at a later date.
I hope it's something that comes in the box. But it's kind of weird that everything works except for the controller.
Well,
it'll work on there, but it won't play the games?
DualSense wireless technology, Gunny. Duh.
That makes sense.
New
That does
magic
make sense when I
technology
get one
over there.
controller. What about the other player that's in the room with me? Couch co-op game.
You need to
I'm sure
buy
they got
another.
couch co-op
You need to
games.
buy another
money.
I got to pay another $60
No,
for a
they're gonna be
DualSense controller.
DualSense wireless controller. Please get it right. And they're not going to be $60. They're going to be $80, like the Joy-Cons.
Oh gosh, see, you're just gouging me at this point, PlayStation.
DualSense wireless technology. DualSense.
Okay, you have one DualSense and one nonsense. Right?
They sound an awful lot like Nintendo over there, honestly. Talking about the Joy-Cons and have to buy extra Joy-Cons just because of one game. Like they get away with it. So I think Sony was saying, hey, we can do this too.
Both are a Japanese
But my Xbox
company.
One controller will work on my Xbox Series X console.
Fuck your hobo-ass Xbox. No one cares, Gunny. No one cares about that shit. Fuck you.
Man.
Xbox doesn't
Bullshit,
have
Sony.
DualSense wireless technology built into it.
That's true. Hey, we did get the share button. We got a share button.
Copy
Can we do
Series
PlayStation.
X?
Copy
Just
PlayStation.
take your Xbox and just plug a mouse and keyboard into it, and you'll be good.
Yeah,
Hopefully that'll work on the Series X.
better.
Yeah.
Just gotta learn it
Better
that
work,
way.
Damn it.
There you go. Just mouse and keyboard it all the way.
Speaking of the amazing PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, Crystal Dynamics has now
PC
confirmed
batteries.
that Spider-Man will join Marvel's Avengers roster. That's right. Developer Crystal Dynamics has confirmed that Spider-Man will be joining Marvel's Avengers roster as free, despite not appearing in any promotional materials before. The character will be released as post-launch DLC, and the studio has also confirmed that the character and amazing web-slinger will be exclusive. Dun, dun, dun.
Exclusive world premiere.
World premiere. They should have added that to the article. World premiere. Exclusive to the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. If you're on Xbox or PC, you'll be left out of the fun, Mayo. This
Suck it,
comes
Microsoft PC.
after the PlayStation 4 exclusive Spider-Man game released in 2018 and just before the launch of Spider-Man Miles Morales on the PlayStation 5 this year. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun.
This is interesting. This one's.
Why is
What do
it
you think about this,
interesting? Why is
Jesus?
it
What do you
interesting?
think?
Fucking Sony owns Spider-Man. They have the rights to Spider-Man. They paid
Are you-
for the rights to Spider-Man.
Are you triggered by this? Are you
I'm
just like,
happy.
I can't buy this on PC?
I'm happy. I didn't even plan to buy this game, but now if I do buy it, I'll probably buy it on the PC still because I don't really give a fuck. Spider-Man's cool, but like I'd rather have it running at 120 frames than running at 60.
You're like the first person to answer this truthfully. I swear, because I've listened to so many different opinions about this. I think that, well, yeah.
Where are you going to get it, Gunny? Are you going to get this on your PS5 or the PC? If it runs, it's going to run better on the PC.
So I think I'm in the best position here because I game share with one person on PS4 on the PlayStation Network, and I game share with somebody else on Xbox. So it's almost like, I don't know. It just, to me, it's probably going to be, it'll probably be, I could probably tell Jonathan Hall, like, hey, John, we both have PlayStations and Xboxes. We're going to have more friends on Xbox. Let's go get it over there. I'm sure Ryan will want to get it on Xbox, and we'll have more people to play with. And I don't know if I have like a favorite character in the Marvel or in the Avengers universe. I think maybe Iron Man. So, but everybody else I've heard, Spider-Man's the best character, so I'm not buying it. But Spider-Man, I don't know. I think I'll just go Xbox and not trip on.
Fuck you, Spider-Man. You're not that cool, dude. You're just some little asshole teenager with fucking spider webs that shoot at your fucking wrist. How cool is that,
Spider-Man's
man?
Badass. I grew up with Spider-Man. It's like one of my favorite TV show cartoons.
Batman is cooler. Batman is a rich dude that he doesn't have to fight crime, but he wants to. Spider-Man is just some fucking kid trying to be a hero.
Yeah, I think I've enjoyed maybe more Thor and Iron Man movies.
Yeah, Thor is a fucking god from another planet or whatever the fuck.
Asgard.
Whatever fucking shit. He looks like a Viking. He has a badass hammer. Iron Man's another rich dude that doesn't have to fight crime, but he does. He could literally just sell his Iron Man suits to the military and be rich forever. But he doesn't, Gunny, because he wants to help the world, okay? What does Spider-Man do for you? All he does is hang around his neighborhood, fucking leave spider webs everywhere. You think he cleans that shit up? You think he cleans? You think he fucking cleans the goddamn streets once he's done swinging around everywhere? Fucking spider web walking down the street going to work, and you walk into some fucking 10-foot long spider web hanging out of a building, huh?
Everybody be freaked out.
He's like Superman. He'll come in, wreck a couple buildings, save a woman and her baby, and then take off.
Destroy a whole neighborhood. Destroy a whole neighborhood to save one person. New York City would probably have to have its own fucking division of people that just clean Spider-Man shit up. Yo,
spider web cleaners.
What do you do for a living? I drive around the city behind Spider-Man and I clean up all the fucking webs he leaves everywhere in the city.
And what about the insect population? All the insects are going to die, and then it's going to mess up the environment. All the bees are going to die.
Killing off all the bees and shit in the fucking city. Damn it. Spider-Man's a fucking problem, Gunny. All right? It's a fucking criminal. Get him out of here.
That's why I'm buying this on a competing platform, Xbox. Yeah. That's right.
It'd be funny if Xbox was like, we're adding Master Chief to the Avengers.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Yeah. Hey, but I do want to know. In all seriousness, Jesus, I do feel for like, wait, so is it not Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix, right? That's who's publishing this game. Like, hey, give it to Xbox or PC for $50 if you're going to add another character to the PlayStation.
No.
Yes.
No.
Less of a game.
No.
Less of a game because I don't have a character, not the best character.
It ain't less of a game. It ain't less of shit. No. Because Xbox gets exclusive shit all the time too. What the fuck, bro?
No, but they're not getting anything for this game.
For this one game? Extra. What about all the other shit that Xbox gets exclusive shit for?
Okay, so what you're saying is, what you're telling me is, this is maybe, we'll leave PC out of it. Just be quiet over there, Mayo. PC.
Yeah, shut up,
I'm just going to say, I'll be mediator, okay?
Be mediator, PC, all right? Because I'm over here, I'm an Xbot, and I'm over here telling you. So you're saying that maybe you need to text Uncle Phil Spencer over there and tell him you need some special in-game stuff or even another playable character for this game.
It's not even his game. He's not even publishing it. They're not even helping Square Enix.
No, but obviously look over at Sony. They're the ones that said, we're going to have Spider-Man, right? And everybody's behind it. Sony, Square
Enix. The reason they have Spider-Man is because Spider-Man is part of the Avengers, Gunny. It's not like, what do you want? What do you want Phil Spencer to do? Call Square Enix and be like, "Hey, Square Enix, you're making that Avengers game. I need you to add Master Chief to it." They're gonna be like,
just add a character to the Avengers
they're gonna
team.
be like, they're gonna be like, "Excuse me, sir, but fucking Master Chief is not an Avenger." Well, he is now.
I need something to justify my $60 purchase.
Want them
Right?
to add the fucking Sea of Thieves characters to the Avengers team? What are you gonna do here? You know, like.
I mean, I'm over here with my little vanilla ice cream cone. Sony's over there. They got sprinkles.
Gunny,
They got
because
cherry on
Spider-Man
top.
is a fucking Avenger. How do you not understand this? It's like, how the fuck? It's that simple. Spider-Man's an Avenger. Microsoft has no Avengers. You have no.
Well, they're going to have all the Avengers minus Spider-Man because it's an exclusive to Sony.
Yes. Good.
Right? Sony Pictures or whatever has the rights.
Good.
Sony Pictures owned by Sony, PlayStation. I get it.
Okay.
So maybe you just vote with my wallet and not buy this game and just be a salty Xbot.
Well, you could, I guess, but I mean, or you could just buy it and be okay with not playing as Spider-Man. Which, by the way, Square Enix has said that it will have a special in-game custom web shooters based on technology from Hank Pym, Shield, Stark Industries, and so much more, Mayo. And apparently it's going to have, when he is introduced to the game, it's going to have a special cutscene and special mission to introduce him into the game, Gunny. Special cutscene and a series of unique challenges only on PlayStation with some exciting results, they said.
You know what? I have a PS4
$20
Pro. Maybe I just
DLC.
need to buy this on PlayStation. I'll show him.
You want it
On
for
it now.
$40 on PC? All I'm saying, Gunny, is why are you so salty, bro?
Salty, man. I'm getting one less playable character.
When
And I'm
it comes
paying
out
the
on
same
PC,
price.
you just mod it in there. Just mods.
Right, these other
Spider-Man.
modern Sony. Or,
They'll
yeah,
fucking
Spider-Man
make
in there.
they'll
Done.
fucking make one of the other characters do shit like Spider-Man. Oh, he looks like Spider-Man. Fucking Iron Man flying around look like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man skin. Yeah. On 4.
Yeah, there you go.
Black Widow. Yeah.
Problem solved.
Oh, solve, Gunny. Stop complaining, damn it, you.
All right, fine.
Wanting everything for
You
cheaper.
get something to argue about.
Motherfucker, you. Every August 2020, game releasing for Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. Here are the lists. August 7th, Horizon Zero Dawn. Madden NFL 21 on August 28th for everything. Wasteland 3 is coming to the Xbox, PC, and PS4 August 28th. Let's look at the bigger games. Guys, if you did not know, the biggest game that released this week was Fast and Furious Crossroads.
I did not know that.
I heard it's garbage.
Biggest game. Microsoft Flight Simulator exclusive to the PC, August 18th. And guys, they said this is coming to Xbox. I don't think it's coming to Xbox, guys. I don't think it's coming to Xbox.
Not yet.
No,
What?
I don't think it's ever coming to Xbox. And I think if it does come to Xbox Mail, it's going to require mice and keyboard.
What?
Yeah. I
Maybe.
can see that.
Or, I mean, how the fuck, unless this thing somehow has controller support on the PC.
Oh, you're talking about a flight simulator?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless they do it on
I think
arcade
it'll be
mode.
dumbed down
Yeah, like,
controls.
this is a dumbed down version of the plane. You fly with the sticks. Woo! Woo! Battletoads coming right after that on the 20th. Gunny's favorite game. Captain Tsubasa, Rise of New Champions, coming August
Whatever that
28th.
is.
PS4, Switch, and PC. And Project Cars 3 coming this August 28th as well. NFL.
I bet that game's going to look really good because the Project Cars games all look really good
They're like
graphically.
Forza. They're like Forza games. They look really good. But those are
Project Cars 3 has more
big games.
customization.
Those are all the big games. And one last big piece of news here. Apple has now confirmed that it will not allow game streaming services like xCloud or Google Stadia on its iOS devices. That's right. Microsoft xCloud game streaming service will not be available on Apple's iOS devices despite a lengthy testing period on the platform. The reason, according to Apple, is that the company requires game software submissions to be reviewed on a title-by-title basis. In a statement given to Business Insider, an Apple spokesperson claims the policy is designed to, quote, protect customers and provide a fair and level playing field to developers. It continued, our customers enjoy great apps, Gunny, and games from millions of developers, and gaming services can absolutely launch on the App Store as long as they follow the same set of guidelines applicable to all developers, including submitting games individually for review and appearing in charts and search. In addition to the App Store, developers can choose to reach all iPhone and iPad users over the web through Safari and other browsers on the App Store.
Well, we just don't want to support our competition,
Exactly. It's a BS statement. I think I've said this before. Remember, I've brought this up, but now it's really rearing its ugly head, and it certainly will get as we get closer to November. But as you know, I tried the Hobo Android with the Google Pixel phone, and I didn't like it. I went back to the old iPhone.
Oh, you did? I remember you were like,
remember that?
I
had it for what, like 2 months? I had to keep it for 2 months.
Why?
It was a weird thing through T-Mobile, and but then you could bring it back, and then get a new iPhone, which I did. And of course, I love my iPhone 11. Is that the newest one?
Yeah.
And this thing's great. I love the iPhone.
I thought about switching over to the Note 20 Ultra or Premium or Deluxe, whatever the fuck they call them now.
Do you have the Note, Mayo? Is that what you had?
Yeah, I have an old Note 9, and I still don't have any issues with this thing at all.
Yeah, but it's just so. But you figure I've got where you guys know I'm using this thing mainly for work and texting, and I listen to all my podcasting things through here. I really don't game on it, but I've got my old iPad Pro, which I've had for the battery's dying out. How long have I had this now, Jesus? Like 3 years since we started podcasting.
You just get the battery
since I came on the show. Yeah. So it's dying out. So I'm gonna get. I didn't watch this last bit with Uncle Phil Spencer here, but he said they've kind of teamed up with Samsung, and you'll get some special features with the Project X Cloud. So this will be good for me. I'm going to get a new Android tablet.
Yeah, Samsung has a deal right now. Apparently, if you buy the Note 20 phone, you get an Xbox controller, like a special phone controller or something, and then you get I think there's 3 months of xCloud for free or something, or Game Pass Ultimate for free or some shit.
I think it's Ultimate you get free, yeah. So, but for me, I'm old and my eyes are not the best, so I'm going to get whatever the largest Samsung tablet they have. And I love Samsung has the best colors as far as like a tablet goes.
I thought about getting that phone. I'm so torn about it because I would have to get the Ultra phone, the more expensive one, because the lower version of it doesn't support 120 frames. And also the lower version has less features. Like you cannot upgrade the memory on the lower version. For the first time on an Android phone, like for the Samsung, took out the ability to add a micro SD, some whatever fucking card, the memory card, and only the bigger version can have that. You can upgrade the memory and shit. So it's kind of weird.
I thought that was really cool. Yeah, so I'll definitely be getting that. I'll play it in higher frames via the cloud.
Yeah, so I want to see if I should get it or not, because right now they have a deal. If you upgrade to the Note 20 Premium Deluxe Mega Super Plus size one, you get a few $100s back, like $400 or $500 back, which the phone costs $1,500, so it's still going to be expensive. But
it's crazy how expensive these phones are getting. My son just bought an iPhone 11 Pro. And he was going to get the regular iPhone, and he walked in. It took him 2 seconds to sell him the Pro.
Yeah, I got the Pro or whatever.
He's like, this one's only $300 more, and I'm like, well, $300 more. And it's got an extra camera lens, but it has an OLED display. He was like, okay, bought. And I knew, and I'm like, yeah, I'm glad you can read your text messages in your OLED display.
Yeah,
because
that's important. One color, man. Black.
But
it's awesome.
But that's all we have for news, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on now to whatever we're doing next. Let's go fast.
What we're doing now, really quickly, is the console corner and your free games for all your amazing launchers. So I didn't really update this, but it's probably the same for the month of August. PlayStation Plus, get a game called Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout for free. I've been seeing a lot of people streaming this. I know Nipron's been streaming this game. Looks fun.
I just bought it, actually.
Oh, you said you were going to buy that game. I didn't know if you were serious about it.
I bought the full edition. Came with some DLC, I guess. So we'll see. Next week, I'll talk about it.
Yeah. Check it out, guys. Go get that. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. The campaign remastered. That game is out for PlayStation Plus. Check that out. And over to your Xbox One games for gold, you've got Portal Knights and MX Unleashed. I did play a little bit of MX Unleashed. I played a few tracks, whatever you want to call it, the campaign mode. And I just wanted to check it out. It's like an original game, original OG Xbox game. And there's no textures in this game, by the way. But it's still fun. Like the controls work. Everything worked good. I enjoyed it for just gameplay. And for your Xbox Game Pass, your featured games are some of your newest games are the Dark Pictures Anthology, Men of Medan. To have that downloaded, I'll be checking that out, along with a few others that they're constantly adding to that. And again, I think Mayo going forward, maybe we'll add some of that Game Pass PC stuff that they add on there, which might be separate from the console. Mm-hmm. Moving over to your Epic Store, what do we have? Oh, shoot, I forgot to take one of these games out, but you do have 2 free games this week. The first one is called Welcome to Shovelworks. No idea what that is. And this is number 2. The second game is called Wilmot's Warehouse. I believe this is a puzzle game. But go claim those games. Never play them because they're dumb. Just go play Fortnite. No free Steam games that I saw because I haven't been checking Facebook. But thanks, Gabe. Enjoy New Zealand.
Oh, guys, I'm stuck in New Zealand with my $1 billion.
We're having a parade.
I don't know what I'm going to do with...
Music event. It's terrible over here.
I don't know what I'm going to do in the safest country in the world against the coronavirus. Literally, there's no more cases of coronavirus in this country, and I'm stuck here, guys. It's so horrible. Oh, no,
Even my kid, he must have, I don't know if you listened to the show. He's actually sitting behind me here. But he had mentioned about Gabe being stuck in New Zealand after we read that article.
Yeah, it's like, no.
Did you know that New Zealand has no cases of COVID-19?
Yeah, they have no cases. They've had no cases for months. Because
just like in the Fiji Islands,
they shut down their borders. Yeah, they shut down their border right away. Like as soon as it started happening, they're like, "Fuck that!" Boom, shut it down, and then whoever had it got treated, and then they just don't let nobody in.
We don't do that in America. We don't care.
Yeah, America don't give a fuck. We're number one.
Yeah.
America, right, Mayo? Tell them, Mayo.
That's right.
Not even in Ohio. How's Ohio doing?
How's Ohio?
Oh, I don't know. I try not to look.
No, I heard Ohio's governor got it or some shit. That he.
Yeah. That was announced.
He was going to meet the president.
It went out on Twitter and stuff that the president was supposed to come, and he had gotten it. So.
Yeah.
He talks about all that stuff about the bars, and they're pushing to close the bars earlier, and and this and stuff with different sporting events and all that, and next thing you know, he has it. So
yeah, it happens. Oregon apparently is now we're on a decline now. We're on a decline supposedly, but we're getting stricter and stricter
all those
rules.
Protests? Well, I assume everybody was wearing a mask at all those protests. I don't know.
Let me tell you a fun fact to other people out there listening about the Portland protest. These protests that you see on the news like every day, which they do happen every single night. But
yeah, this seems to not die down.
Let me tell you about these protests. They literally happen on the same street, one little block, next around the federal courthouse, and that's it. One street is what's affected by these protests. One little street. It's not the whole city. Is
it part of the BLM? Is that what's still going on?
The city.
I don't watch news and TV.
The city is not under siege. I drive through the fucking city every night to get to work. Every day after like right now in 20 minutes, I'll leave to go to work. And it's, I drive to the fucking city. It's not like I'm driving and there's a fucking war zone. Oh no, the protesters are blocking everything and I have to run them all over. I run them all over to get to work every day. No, it's not that at all. Literally it's one block and it's the same group of people that show up every day. And yes, there's people that are peacefully protesting. There's lots of people that are peacefully protesting, but there's also a lot of people that just go there to fucking cause shit because they feel like they're in a big group and they just get this fucking mob mentality and start breaking shit because they feel like it. And that happens. But literally it's one street. It's not like Portland. The whole fucking city is on fire and fucking barricades are up everywhere and you cannot walk down the streets of Portland because it's so dangerous. No, dude. Literally, no. It's not that at all. It's one block. Literally one little fucking corner. One little fucking block surrounding a courthouse. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, because I never really clicked on the articles to actually. I see them on Twitter, but never actually read
all the shit
details.
about people throwing shit at cops. Like, yeah, there's people that throw things at them, but the cops also shoot people in the face with like those fucking tear gas things, you know. And that shit hurts. I'm assuming
those things leave some pretty nasty knots. I know they were doing that, like just over the years, like what I mentioned, Oakland, California, which is about an hour away from me. Yeah. You know, I'll see those people on TV. You know, they're like, "Yeah, I got hit in the head with a rubber bullet," or even a cop threw one of those canisters,
fucking
like you
rubber,
said,
but
nailed
that
me right in the face and broke 2 teeth.
That shit'll fucking break. Yeah, that shit'll break through your skin, dude, and leave you big ass bruise.
We both know that's where Jesus was last week. That's why he's got that big old welt on the side of his forehead. Did you see it over there?
Shot in the head.
I was trying not to say anything, but I just kept noticing. I was like, you know what?
Nah.
We got to tell our fans and our listeners the truth out here. That, you know, that's where Jesus was at last week. He was downtown protesting, tipping cars over. You know,
lighting things
you heard
on
me
fire.
talking about tipping cows, and he's talking about tipping cars.
Tipping cars. Yeah.
That's what Portlanders do. They don't tip cows, they tip fucking cars. Shit. But no, literally, that's what's going on. For other people out there that are like, honestly, like even Jonathan Hall, he lives like right there in Beaverton, which is like a suburb of Portland, and he knows like literally none of that shit's really like, it's so overdone by the media. Like they show the craziest shit.
Yeah, and I have seen Jonathan's friend. He does have like a drone, and but I haven't seen him fly that over in a while, but you'll see the people down there.
Yeah, I mean,
just in that one spot.
It's a big group of people, but it's just literally that one little area. Like the rest of the city's just doing this thing. You know, well, everyone's doing fine. But yeah.
It's funny, you know. You could tell I'm a gamer because even when Eric on Discord, he'll put up this drone, right, and it's a really good digital thing, and he'll show the protesters walk by, and it's at nighttime, and it's really crystal clear, the lighting, and I'll see the tree, and I'm like. For me, like, I just think I need more trees in my city skyline map. I'm serious. Like, really, like, you know, I'm really political here. But moving on, guys.
Moving on
over to the community question of the week. Mayo, we asked a question last week, and we have answers from the community. What was that question we asked last week for?
Right. Our question for the community last week was, do you feel building your own PC would be difficult? Jesus, do you think it's going to be difficult building your own PC? I know you've experienced it now.
It's not that difficult. The most difficult part is getting everything together and knowing what works together and then trying to figure that out. But really putting it together is not hard at all. It's like Legos. The pieces kind of just fit, you know? Like, yeah, you can fuck up, I guess, putting the thermal paste on your chip or putting the cooler on or wiring something or plugging in something incorrectly, but it's not gonna like blow up the whole computer. It just won't turn on or something, you know. Like you just unplug it and figure where the fuck you put the wire, you know.
Man, worst case scenario, you could damage a motherboard, I guess. You know, if you cross some things up or something like that, you know, maybe you have to replace that. But
yeah, so we have our first answer here from Bill Gardner. Dead Kamikaze says, no, it's extremely satisfying once it's built. Sometimes there are issues that pop up, and it's frustrating. But once you lock it in and it's working, it's fantastic. That is so true because I haven't taken this thing apart to clean it in a while or replaced a part. It just works perfectly every time. And, you know, of course, thanks to you, Mayo, I'm over here with, you know, the iPad and I'm doing a Discord call and going, is this wire correct? I don't know. Get a closer look at it. Right there, that one. Is this thing going to blow up when I turn it on? Right. That's always the thing. And, you know, and luckily when I upgrade all those parts and it's just a little more, like you said, scary at first because you're not sure if it's going to short out and sparks are going to go flying. But yeah, that's probably but what was my thing always this whole time, Mayo? It was always, I don't have time. I just don't have the time and the resource. I don't have time. It's not going to work for me. Give me that pre-built stupid iBuyPower piece of garbage that was don't go there. Don't go to those pre-built. Go to PC Pickers like everybody told me and I didn't listen. Damn it.
Yeah, I think Ryan and them were telling you back in the day even, you know, to build your own.
I didn't listen to him, and I apologize, Ryan. That's what I needed to shout out to Ryan. Apology and Jesus and you guys. No, iBuyPower is the way to go. Pre-built. garbage.
Or
is
you could
what
just
it was.
you could just pay somebody to build it for you, like I did the first
Yes,
time.
that's what I mean.
Right.
Like literally the dude that JB's custom gaming pieces. Like I found this dude on the marketplace, and I was like, "Hey man, how much are you gonna charge me?" And the math added up. Like he said, "I'm gonna do this. This is what you're gonna get, and I'm pretty much charging you $100 to do it." And I'm like, "Okay, to save me the hassle of having to fucking build it myself, I'll pay you the $100 or whatever." You know, like look at that. It's like how much money he made was $100. He probably had the parts or found them cheap or something, but I mean, if I would have bought all the parts, it would have cost me $100 less. So
Yeah.
really,
But that's what I mean. Yeah, get a pro. You can always have a pro do it.
That's right. Nipron, he good old Nipron. He says building it is fun. He says he just doesn't have the money to keep upgrading it.
that's true.
And my response to that is kind of like, if you do it initially and you stay the high end when you start, it's going to last for a long time. You don't have to necessarily upgrade all the time. Jesus and I, we've kind of upgraded a couple of times, but I like to stay a little bit ahead all the time. But you could buy, like a 2080 Super now, and that thing's probably going to last for 5 years, and it's still going to work. It's just going to not give you great frame rates, So the upgrading side of things isn't really a necessity, I guess, but it's something you just want to do. It kind of like tempts you after a while. You're like, oh, I want more,
Yeah.
But it still works. It's not like you have to upgrade for the most part. You just have to play the games at lower settings and stuff like that. So I don't know, it's kind of weird, but like I said, I buy ahead of the curve, and this computer, yes, it did cost me a lot of money right now initially, but I probably wouldn't have to change this thing out for probably 7 years at least. So.
Yeah, Kyle Bogg says, no, it's not difficult. Plenty of PC building tutorials on YouTube if you have a question or are stuck. Yeah, I'd say there's probably 1,000 YouTube videos on just how to put down thermal paste on a CPU. It's like, go anywhere. Eric Smith said, yes. Yes, what? It's difficult, Eric, so just pay it pro like Mayo to build it for you. Adam Sun said it's not difficult, but for someone like me going into it cold, building a PC would take a lot of research to do, right? What do you say to that, Mayo? Would that take a lot of research? I mean, I think just more...
A little bit.
Hands-on.
Yeah, or probably somebody that's done it a couple of times, and they can help walk you through it. It's not as bad as it seems. I mean, like Jesus said, it's like Legos. Most of this stuff works together. You just want to make sure you're buying well-optimized parts and name brand stuff. You don't want to buy the cheap ones, thinking you're going to save money here and there. And, talk to somebody that's got some experience that knows, that says, hey, do this because of this or that because of that.
Yep. Charles Cecil says, not anymore. Parts are easy to come by, and instructions are easier to find online than 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. Shoot, probably even more like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Sure.
Our friend Shiloh Johnson, he said, for me, when I had to replace things I'd never done before, like replacing the CPU, he said it was intimidating as fuck, and he was terrified that he'd break something. After I did it for the first time, hated myself because putting something off for a week or so was easy because it was intimidating due to the lack of experience. At this point, I think I could build one from scratch with the assistance of a tutorial video.
Here, yeah. Shiloh, I agree. Same sentiment after taking that other thing apart. I think I still feel accomplished going from that smaller, more compact case, into this larger Corsair box case. And knowing now I have room I feel like I can take anything apart now and have it work. So, Normie Late says yes. Why? Because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'd probably fry the motherboard. Fry the motherboard. She's so fragile. You're not supposed. No, Normie, don't put the motherboard in the oven and turn it on to 400.
Or in water. Water doesn't.
Yeah,
work
don't
either.
pour water on it. Spray it with water, or just put it in the bathtub. It doesn't. No, you don't do that. That's not how you build a PC, Normie. I'll link you some videos. Okay.
Our friend Imes over here, Sean Imes Fuller, he says, I've done it, and the answer is yes. He says, I guess, quote, difficult isn't the right word. I'd say more overwhelming.
Overwhelming at first, folks, for sure. Eric Lisi says, I can't decide on a case. Help me, Jesus. He needs a case recommendation.
I don't know.
Rectangle.
Just don't buy the one that Mayo's kid bought. It's like the size of a fucking house.
Oh, it's like 3 foot tall. Yeah.
Like a mini fridge.
It's ridiculous. It's like a fucking literally. It's like it's a mini fridge that he bought.
with RGB like tubes running out of it.
Yeah,
it's pretty badass looking though. I think
it could be a fucking cat litter box. Literally, it's that fucking big. It's fucking
huge. A cat litter box. You know those? If you ever go to a pet store where you see cats in a cage and there's like multiple tiers, that's what that thing could be.
Yeah, it's fucking huge, dude.
I was watching a stream last night and I was talking about building PCs with these people and I was telling them about the one. They're like, "What's the most crazy one you built?" Like, I said, "Well, it's not the most powerful one I built, but it's probably the most unique one that I built." And they were like, "Send me pictures, send me pictures." So then I joined their Discord and sent me the pictures, and they're like, "Holy cow, that thing's crazy!" You know, they couldn't believe it.
You would think that thing would just have like an electrical, deep-throated hum to it when you turn it on. That reminds me of an old sci-fi movie I used to watch back in the 90s.
To turn it on, you gotta like power on like a big old like fucking switch, like you know,
like power sparks running through it.
Big ass fucking toggle switch to turn it on.
Touch it.
Shit, that thing is huge.
Don't get your hair near that.
Yeah, it's like, but it is like 3 foot tall, and they call it the tower. Actually, people are curious, but they want to look it up. It's called the Thermaltake Tower. So if you guys are curious,
right, Mayo? If you get near it, you'll be teleported to another dimension.
Maybe. You could lock kids in there, I think.
Yeah.
Thomas Tapia says, yes, big part of why I haven't built one yet. Get on it, Thomas. You'll save so much money in the future. Go
to PC Parts Picker, or pay a professional, not one of those large website style things, but somebody in your local area. Search on Facebook.
Not even. JB can ship your PC. I think he made didn't he build Dirty Bytes PC?
Did he really?
Carbide's PC.
I know Dirty Byte got a badass PC.
I always get him confused.
I know he put up the specs on Facebook.
Oh, I remember going through this.
I remember going through this in the past. I always get him confused. Carbide. I think it's Dirty Byte. I think
it was.
He built Dirty Byte's PC.
Dirty Byte the Texan.
And that thing is beast. That computer's,
Tennessee, I don't know.
Yeah, he's the Texan, right? The other one's Canadian?
Yes. Two different.
That's like two completely.
One in North America, one in South.
That's like completely different. A Texan and a fucking Canadian. Anyways, but yeah.
Speaking
one
of
lives
Canadians,
on a ranch, one lives in an igloo.
Speaking of Canadians, Jesus, Ryan Gibson, he says, no, it's pretty easy. He's like, I just made sure that I had one of my friends look it over before I turned it on. And if you follow the instructions, it shouldn't be that hard.
Who follows instructions, though, right?
Yeah.
No one needs instructions. Canadians follow instructions. America don't follow shit.
They're not connected, and I just plug them into holes.
Americans just turn on YouTube. Yeah. That's what we do. We watch it.
How do we do this again? Just turn on YouTube.
Brian told Junior what's up. He said he feels it has changed a lot from back in the 90s. It's very easy to find parts that work together and go in a rig easily. And that's what YouTube and other social media help, is just to click away or a call away. Just click. Mayo, help. That's it.
Daniel Taylor, he says, it's incredibly easy these days. Unless you blatantly try to do something wrong, it's hard to mess anything up.
Yep.
And then he says, I think this kind of continues on. It says, and with sites like Part Picker, which will show you any incapable or incompatible parts, as well as potential issues like firmware updates or for old boards or undersized power supplies. Finding the right parts is easy, and there are dozens of tech YouTube channels. I gotta click on. Oh, I can't do the see more here, but
I didn't put the rest.
We know where he went with this. Yeah. You know, there's more. There's dozens of options out there.
Joe Greer says no, but I'm starting to question the value given the graphics power of next-gen gaming consoles like the PS5. I built a very standard gaming PC with an Intel CPU and Windows 10 and NVIDIA 1080, and I bought a game on Uplay and it just wouldn't run on it. What?
What game was this? Because
probably trying to run Assassin's Creed Odyssey on Ultra, at 4K.
Unless he hasn't updated like drivers or something like that. Because I remember seeing somebody in the Facebook group posted a thing where they had, they built a PC and they went to play it and they said the game wouldn't work. I think they had like a 2070 Super and they didn't do the graphics card.
Let me read whatever he said. He said, it just wouldn't run on it, wouldn't launch. I had to fight with their support for like a year to get a refund. I don't have that problem on consoles. I was always a PC Master Race guy before, but I think I'm over it.
Never had an issue with anything like that. I mean, I guess it can happen, but it's weird.
Press F to pay respects to a fallen soldier. Press F, Gunny.
Yes.
Click. Okay. There you go. Moment of silence here.
Moment of silence for a fallen PC Master Racer. Oh man, this is sad. This is a sad day. Sad day. Mayo's crying over here now, guys.
He's lost one.
He's lost one. No.
Hey, Mayo, you gained an Android friend. That'll be me in November. I will be joining your army.
Okay, that's good, I guess. But
it's a somber day, but happy.
Sarah Rose says, no, just a little time consuming. And I could agree that it could be a little time consuming. You got to research shit, got to find the right parts, got to go get the parts.
Even just putting it together can be time consuming. Because I put one together at the beginning of the week, actually. Or was that? No, I guess it was last week now. But it took a whole day. So it was, but we took parts out of one PC and added it to the new one. It took the old power supply out, and then the wiring and then getting it all set up for them and the software all downloaded and all that stuff kind of took a little bit of time.
Yeah. Anyways, that's all we have for this week, ladies and gentlemen. What's the question for next week? Go.
What do we have, man? What do we have?
Oh, I gotta scroll back up.
Questions up
Let's
here.
go with how many hours a day would you say you average playing video games, Jesus?
Now, like 2.
Yeah. I'm probably at like
used to
3.
Used to be like 30. The fuck, bro?
I've done at least 12 this week, but then it was like the week prior I did 2, So it just, Maybe we want to say a month, but I don't know. I guess a day is good. They could always elaborate in the answers. So how many hours a day would you say you average playing video games? There you go. That'll be on next week's community question. Thank you for your answers. We appreciate it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Anyways, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me on everything as Jesus Walks Let. I'll be playing some more Call of Duty this week. I'm trying to get the samurai sword. And, so I'll be playing that. And get on some Warzone with me if you want to play, or some Call of Duty sometime. I usually play in the daytime because I work every evening until like 1 in the morning, and I don't get home till like 2 in the morning, so I don't even play at that time. It's like, oh, fuck this. I'm going to bed, Gunny. Fuck
Can
this
you play
shit.
some... Will you play some plunder mode with me and do the kills? Gather the money?
No!
I'll get the money, you get the kills.
Never.
Dude, I can find badass weapons and armor for you.
I don't give a shit. Never, Gunny. Plunder mode. If I want to play plunder mode, I play Sea of Thieves, motherfucker, you. Anyways, find me on everything. Jesus Walks Lot. I'm out of here. Bye.
Wait, good. Before you leave, go find me, Gunny Chief, over on Xbox and over on Steam, and you play at all those other launchers. On PlayStation, I am HGP_Gunny. And I'll be playing Call of Duty Plunder mode over on the Blizzard app. So if you guys want to play, let's go play some Plunder, some Battle Royale, mate.
Battle Royale.
Where we find you, Mayo?
You can just find me everywhere, as the Mayo one. Easiest way to do it. Find me on Discord, as the Mayo. Come over and say hi. Come over, hang out.
Yeah.
So that's it.
And go buy a cup. Go buy a coffee mug with our faces on it.
And a clock.
Probably today.
I've got my angry face on the clock.
And a
Later
block.
on today, I'll probably be ordering a clock and a mug.
And a sock.
Oops.
And a shower curtain. Don't forget. Take a shower.
I remember listening a while back, one of the episodes, I think it was the episode Eric was on at my place. You were talking about somebody ordering a sweatshirt, and that was me for my daughter.
Yes.
Anyways, we're out of here. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll catch you on the next week's edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast. Podcast. Horrible
See ya.
Gamers Podcast. I'm still going. You guys thought I was done. Podcast.
Oh, you're not done? I already left. I'm about to play
Bye.
Thunderdome.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye.